everybody! Up in arms! Welcome to Beyond the Realms, episode 45, I'm told, because I thought last week was 45. I was including our one-shot, but the god behind the camera, Joy DeRose, says one-shots don't count. So apparently that's getting its own continuity. My bad. But hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Monday here on the Dicecream Sandwich Twitch channel. For those of you wondering, Jade is on the way. They just had to take care of some quick business, so they will pop in when they are ready. Don't you worry. But off the bat, two things to announce on my end. Tomorrow, ladies and gents and genders of all sizes, tomorrow is the start of our very first session of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the start of our Feywild campaign that is starring the awesome Jennings Brower, Quincy's Tavern, Jackie Elena Chan, and Shane Wally. We had such a fun time with them on our cool little one-shot before Gen Con, and they also had an amazing time at Gen Con that we wanted to do more stuff with them, and I've been wanting to run the Witchlight book since it came out. Everyone's had such great, amazing things to say about it, and so yeah, we're going to do that campaign for y'all. It'll be bi-weekly Tuesdays, kind of an on and off situation, switching with Phalai when we're able to do that story. So super appreciate everyone supporting the announcement post. It's been getting around. Lots of people are hyped up for that. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, 5 p.m. PST. And also on the Dicecream Instagram, we just launched a brand new giveaway with our good friends Norse Foundry Dice. They are an amazing dice company that have been in the game for quite some time. They make exquisite high quality dice, metal dice of all sizes and shapes. They recently ran a couple Kickstarters for new variations, detailed dice. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a cool set. That's the one that I took the picture of that has this cool detailed like green dragon scales, and like the points of the angles have little like yellow skulls in them. Super neat. So hopefully if you haven't seen it yet, you can hop in there, look at the instructions, and enter yourself in there. We're going to be announcing the winner 1 week from today, right here on Beyond the Realms Live. So you'll be able to see if your name gets picked. And we thank you all so much for your support. But with all that out of the way, my little minxes, I believe it is time for another rousing, rabblesome adventures of Beyond the Realms. Everyone's laughing at me right now. Last we left off, the party known as the Frost Breakers, having successfully triumphed over Sam, given him a good old robot Warforged scalping, and buried their long-lost friend, Mullet, finally had a chance to take some good, hard-earned rest, settling underneath the shade of the Tree of Infinity here in the Feywild, the mother of invention of all things Fey. They noticed a few odd things happen after Sam was vanquished, that the Tree of Infinity itself began to flourish. The bare twigs and roots and branches now flourished with fluorescent coloration and vegetation, and a familiar face started to take hold inside of the massive trunk of the Tree of Infinity itself, that taking on a familiar dryad that you all met in that very first arc all long ago, and known as Hathaway. What the connection is, you're not too sure. One by one, after conversing with each other, taking a rest, you each took turns doing night's watches. Some of you actually conversing with the Tree of Infinity, realizing that this thing is sentient and was able to communicate with you through various deep sighs, a la breathing. Some questions were just sort of breath. Some answers were deep sighs. But After a little while, you guys got your hard-earned rest, looking around the environment around you, seeing that thick, velvet, creepy fog that had been created by Sam with that perverse amalgamation with him in the Tree of Infinity was still lingering, albeit 50 feet away from the sort of radius of the tree, but still lingering out in the wild with various yellow eyes staring at you in the distance. But as you all got your rest, you awoke, and you found that a sentient mushroom guard had appeared that was not there previously. A little plucky sprite of a guard known as Zarbok. This little shroom character, tiny little stocky, stubby-legged creature with a mystical bow and arrow, summoned you for an audience with the Tree of Infinity themselves. Had asked you take part in a series of riddles that he had claimed was a part of a test to be able to prove your worth to enter inside of this demi-plane. After you all one at a time were able to answer Zarbok's riddles, he very laughingly just said, "That wasn't needed, I just wanted to have some fun." And then led you inside of the Tree of Infinity. Going down deep beneath the roots of the tree, you entered into a lobby, a holding room of sorts. Various statues of the races of the Feywild and Faerun were all around you, depicted this tapestry woven into this large door with various vine work and chisel work into the door itself, depicting all the races of the world reaching up towards the Tree of Infinity. Figuring out the passcode, the words to say to enter this demi-plane, the doors open to this majestic, glorious scene of pure Feywild nature, depicting what the Feywild looked like in its very first inception. Before the schism, before the Fey courts were created, before the Asgardian event, before the Titans were released, this is the Jurassic Park era of the Feywild. As you entered, Zarbok led you through a cacophony of various fluorescent trees, wildlife, flowers. Up above you were these mystic dragons floating around with skin that took on the essence of galaxies themselves. And as you entered into the tree line, into the various forest types, you noticed that there were humanoid, statuesque beings in various poses. Some looks like centaurs, half-elves, various races of Fae. That Zarbok had told you that this was the result of people giving worship to the Tree of Infinity, laying people to their final rest. And through the larger masses of these bodies, you did actually find Mullet sitting there as well. Going through that, you entered through this hallway of sorts, this tunnel that would lead you into where the Tree of Infinity was located in its purest form. As you went through, this radiant light beaming down overhead out of this cylindrical opening, spotlighting this beautiful bonsai tree-esque thing, sentient, stationary, hard to tell, 4 columns surrounding the tree with mirror-like, glass-like water underneath it. It was stunning. The luminescence of the phosphorescence in the brush on top of the tree glowing with every breath that you took, ranging from light blues, pinks, purples, greens, yellows, ran the gambit. But as you started to take those first footsteps forward, and your feet entered the water, and that ripple started to waft its way from the toes towards the tree, an all too familiar voice made itself known. That of Loki, the god of trickery and mischief from the realm of Asgard, emerging out of the water slowly, holding this old, ancient, wooden bark-like being with a dagger to the being's heart, where a strange, effervescent green glow was shining. Loki approached, or not approached you necessarily, but addressed you all and had asked Fiend to come forward to confess about their deal, about the handshake that was made behind closed doors that allowed Loki to escape the prison of Asgard in the first place. The deal was made. Fiend would free Loki from this prison if he would do two things. Gain him the heart of the Feywild, a very insanely rare magical essence that Fiend didn't even know really what it was or where it came from. All he knew that it was a main ingredient to make a weapon for himself powerful enough to dethrone the king of Asgard. The second, free his father from a prison in Icewind Dale. If he were to do these two things, their words bond would be complete and Loki would be free to go about whatever it is he does. But Loki had other plans. With a dagger towards the tree's heart, he shouted, demanded that you end the deal, renege on your handshake, call it all off, and he will be on his merry way to continue to cause mischief and chaos throughout the realms as he has done since the dawn of time. Fiend, in utter shock, stood where he was in total silence, pleaded with Loki, tried to inch closer, but with every movement, Loki jabbed that knife closer to the tree's heart. Fiend, your party's stunned, looking at you. It's hard to determine what it was they were feeling. Betrayal, shock, sadness, confusion over this deal you had made with Loki. But then another voice entered into your mind. A soft, calm, young voice of Hathawin, shouting out to you like she heard an echo in a cave, that she could hear you, but she couldn't see you. Then the knife got closer, and with every inch of the blade entering through the bark-like skin, Hathawin breathed in pain. A connection was then made in your mind that very second, Fiend, as you knew Hathawin was directly connected to the Tree of Infinity. You don't know how, you don't know why, but with each inching thrust of the blade getting closer to ending the life of the tree, you knew that this would end the life of Hathawin as well. And perhaps when you entered this words bond, whatever casualties might have happened, you paid no mind to it. But as soon as you learned that Hathawin was tied to this, you had no option. You gave up the words bond. You said the words in its entirety, relieving Loki's chain to this deal. And with a quick flash, Loki drops the dagger, disintegrated down below, and he was gone. With Fiend shocked, not knowing what to do, the rest of you rushed towards this representation of the tree to heal her, to heal them, and decide what to do next. After that, a conversation was led between Sir Strange and the Tree of Infinity. An exchange going back and forth of Sir Strange pleading, why didn't you do something? Why was I forgotten? Having recently learned that Sir Strange is the Fey Prince of the Autumn Court and the son of the Oak Lord himself. Lots of conflicting emotions going on in Sir Strange. The two had a conversation about family and worth. After that conversation was done, Sir Strange had had enough. He was tired of people controlling him, controlling his destinies. They finally wanted to take control of their own life, once and for all. And this pure, raw, emotional desire, this thought, enacted a chain reaction within Sir Strange. The dark gift, the living symbiote known as Oswick, started to rumble and groan as this powerful emotional desire rippled through you, possibly fueled by being inside the Tree of Infinity itself. You excavated Oswick from your being, this black bile thrown up out of your esophagus into the water itself. This black ooze, like a mouse, darted away from you, squirming and crawling its way out of the tunnel which you came into the pure land of the Fae. you couldn't let that happen. You couldn't let anyone else deal with the things you've been dealing with, Oswick. You charged forth, caught up to Oswick with a mighty swing of your sword, landed a few strong hits. But then a reaction happened. As the mighty smite connected with the ooze, the form started to jerk and transform and grew 20 times the size, with multiple heads spewing out of it, staring back at you, letting out a monstrous growl. And this, my friends, is where we left off. So, with the Frostbreakers still inside the hallway of the Tree of Infinity, with Sister Strange running out of that hallway, face to face with the true monstrous form of Oswick. My friends, let's roll initiative. If you go to your Roll20 screens, there is a map waiting for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to start. Natural 20.
You bastard.
Oh my gosh, me too. No way.
You did too? Oh my god.
Yeah, me too, totally.
Yeah, no. It happened.
My dice aren't being nice to me.
Ben, what's your plus to initiative?
Oh, yeah, you're right. +3.
Okay, so you go first.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Damn.
We're rolling no good rolls for the rest of the night.
I was gonna say it's all you'll see from us.
It's
Dun. You know, it's your girl. Okay. 25 to 20.
23.
22.
Hello. 23, 22, 20 to 15.
16.
17.
Jade, no.
This gonna be a beatdown potentially. Okay. Jade, Sir Strange, my friend, my dude,
I
my
got
homie.
a 6!
Ah! Those are some high mother frickin' rolls. Okay.
Let's go.
Why might dice not be so nice? What the heck?
I think Farrell's seeing this monster that has literally haunted her dreams. Is kind of standing there and goes, "Hey, Tarek." Just like readying a blade. You remember that dream that I had months ago when you first came back to Midgard?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that thing.
Feels like a
Yeah,
lifetime.
that thing that feels like a lifetime ago, but we've actually only been like out of Black Community, all of that. You remember that dream when you first came back? That
One with Thor.
Right. That.
Shit.
Okay, so
It's just
with
his
that
reaction.
exchange, with Farrell taking out the twin blades, staring at this enormous ooze with multiple heads jutting out, you say that to Tarek as you start to
Mhm.
emanate Mjolnir, lightning crackling at your side. What would you like to do? You're up first.
Cool. So looking at this thing, it is so I can tell that it's more of an ooze than like a solid being. I'm guessing because it's huge, right?
It is huge. Literally, the size of it is huge.
Okay. But it's like a writhing mass of just goo.
From
right?
what you can
Right.
see with your eyes, it looks like an ooze-like thing.
Okay.
But is it an ooze?
know what?
Like stat-wise, you don't know.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. Gonna try it. Okay. So looking at this, then, especially hearing that from Farrell, and knowing that from what Farrell said, this thing is
It took
responsible
out-
for what happened to Thor.
It took out 2 Asgardians.
Yeah. Tarek is thinking, I don't know if we can fight this thing. Maybe try and get rid of it instead. And he's going to turn to Fiend, like, Fiend, I need you to grab that thing. Give me a signal. I need you to shove it downwards. and I'm going to hold my action, and I'm going to hold a spell when Fiend tells me he's ready.
Which spell are you holding?
Demiplane.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Demi Lovato.
You haven't said anything this entire stream except for.
How did you know the keyword to enact the spell? That's amazing. Demi Lovato!
Camp Rock 3!
Like Havana Cadaver, but Demi Lovato. Okay. Okay. So if you hold that spell, you are burning that slot immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Good to know. So holding that action for Demiplane when Fiend is able to hold that thing down in place.
Yeah, I'm going to basically cast Demiplane beneath it. So that when Fiend shoves
Gotcha.
if Fiend can telekinesis it down, it will hopefully go through.
We will find out. Okay, that is your action. Do you want to move? You are currently inside, like where you guys are on the map. You're currently inside the room where the tree is, and Sir Strange is outside of it. So for you to get through that little hallway, it's about 15 feet across.
I will,
so you know.
So I will, I don't have control of my token currently, but I will move just into a space where I will be able to see it clearly. So if it were to move, I can still cast beneath it. So if I would like to, hold on. If I could move to like here.
There you go. You should be able to move now.
Okay, cool. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that 25? Wait, no.
Use
that's
the
20.
ruler.
Okay, I will move 25. There you go. I move about 25 just so that I have a sweep of the whole room, basically.
Okay,
so cast wherever I am. And that's where I will hold my action, ready to cast Demiplane.
All right, so as you run out towards this oozing monstrosity, twirl Mjolnir a couple times in your hand starts to glow that effervescent green and light blue as you sort of run out of the tunnel and skid over to the side as you have that little whisper with Fiend. Okay, up next, Farrell, what you got?
That's a good question. I think I'm gonna call over the Tarek. Do you want me to hit it or do you want me to wait?
Hit it with everything you've got.
Got it. Cool. That's all.
Just in case this doesn't work.
Cool. That's all I needed to know. I just needed the okay. I don't know what all your plan with Fiend is. So we're gonna call Moonbeam at the 5th level.
Moonbeam! Everyone's favorite spell, Moonbeam. Okay. So getting out the Moonbeam.
Mine's
It's too bad because I wish I had like the physical spell measurement things that I had before. Could put it in here. I miss those things so much.
That's really cool. I love that you brought this to Gen Con specifically for me.
Yes, because of obviously.
Obviously.
All right, let me see what I got here. I gotta start saving spell effects in here. I think that'll be my next task.
You need to make me a Constitution saving throw when you
will do. You know what? I will get to that in a second. Let's do the con save. So, con save. Okay. That is a 25.
Oh, shit. Well, they're still going to take half damage.
Okay.
All right. So they're going to take half of 5d10 rolled on D&D Beyond, which is not great. Wow. Shit. What's half of 23?
I believe that is, we'll say 11. We'll round down.
That's it. Either way, they take 11 points of damage.
Okay, 11 points of damage. Come on, Moon. This will be my moniker for the Moon beam. Right there. Okay, so 11 points of damage as Tarek runs out of the tunnel, swinging Mjolnir by the side. Sir Strange still pretty close to this thing as it just continues to grow larger and larger and larger. You're able to kind of peer out of the tunnel ahead and see the sky outward. Put that hand up as clouds kind of pull themselves out of the way. The twin suns that are kind of silhouetted in the sky. A moon just starts to make its way off to the side, and this cylinder of light starts to beam down, cascading into the ooze form, but it barely moves. You just see it just continues to grow larger and larger as multiple heads just keep pouring itself in and out, amalgamating its form. Sludge is like pouring out of the back where it's hitting, but it's just not phased. It's still standing.
Gross. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna take my movement to move. Let's see. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna move over here. I'm gonna move 30 feet just on this side because I'm gonna be on this side of it. Cool. Okay, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Do. And that was radiant damage, correct?
It is.
Okay. Ramira, you are up. And Fiend's on deck.
Okie dokie. I am going to book it.
Also, Farrell, just so you know, where you are, you're not outside of that room.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're moved inside the room, outside of the where you can see.
Oh, that's outside the room completely? Okay.
So where Strange is, this is the outside. You are currently in the inside.
We were stood in like a hallway.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna move forward then and be kind of up here then. By Sir Strange. Cool. All right.
So that's still the right beside him would be the viewpoint. You're kind of, unless you want to hide behind like the opening of the cave there.
I'm gonna use it as half cover.
Cool. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry about that, Staff. You are all good.
So to clarify, we are like inside of this.
So where Strange is the outside. You are currently where you're placed is the inside of the tree of infinity.
I see. But technically, from here, I can see the ooze. Is that correct?
You can still see forward from there. Correct.
Okay. Lovely. I would like to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon.
Spiritual Weapon! All right.
And I'm going to bonk.
Bonk away, friend.
Bonk. Okay.
Spiritual Weapon, what is it looking like today?
Today, I think it just looks like a giant staff with a crescent moon on the top, so it's kind of pokey on one side and rounded and sharp on the other. Yeah.
Awesome.
And so she makes some hand flourishes and sends that out. Okay, girl. It's a 28 to hit.
Oh boy, that'll hit.
Oh boy.
Nice. And that's going to be 11 points of force damage. And as she slams into it with her moon scepter, she's going to cast Sacred Flame. So if it can make me a dex save, that would be great.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's good. That's a 23 to save.
Damn it, it's saved and it takes no damage. So that's it for me.
As the moonbeam's effort, like ongoing attack, just beaming into the side of the ooze, you see just bits of ooze kind of flying off as a steady beam hits behind it. Part of one of the heads that is multiplying out of its body and slushing itself back in to the main part. One of them just kind of goes looks behind it, and you kind of take that as a sign, like maybe it's part of it's distracted. Put that spiritual weapon forward as that gleaming, radiant staff with the crescent moon shines through, just slicing and carving into whatever part of this oozing body you can kind of chip away at. Then with the second hand, sacred flame, and as the flame gets closer and closer to the ooze's body, this hole just widens up and goes out the other side. Does not hit.
That's it for me.
Okay. After that is Fiend, and then Sir Strange on deck. What you got, Fiend? What you got?
Fiend just is kind of like there's blood like seeping out from the cracks in his knuckles as he's just like digging his fingernails into the palms of his hand, trying to figure out what to do. He kind of hears what Tarek said, and like wanting to focus more on what just happened, he nonchalantly waves his hand. I need the creature to make a contested check against my spellcasting modifier. So you make a strength check versus my spellcasting check.
Okie dokie. How interesting. I'm taking this as a spell.
This is the spell.
Okay. Okay, strength check. Here we go. Hoya! 17?
23.
Fuck. How'd it feeling?
17 plus 6. Fiend nonchalantly waves his hand as like this just force of nature pushes down on the top of Venom. It grabs a hold of him, and I cast telekinesis.
Oswick, for copyright purposes.
Oh yeah.
Lemon. Its name is Lemon.
It's Oswick. Totally.
Yeah, sure, Oswick.
All right, what spell are you conjuring?
This is telekinesis. So essentially, I can move that creature. I have full control of that creature's movement. It is restrained by me, and I can move it 30 feet in any direction, including up. But I am going to go down,
Including
up. Triggering Tarek's held spell.
Yeah. Demi-plane, which is cast directly beneath it.
Goddamn 5th
Add it.
level fucking spells, y'all. Okay. So, with the barrage of attacks starting to whip out at this oozing, crazy strong thing, attacks are being hit, doesn't seem to be phased, manipulates his body for the fireball to go straight through. Sir Strange still just in awe, staring up at this thing as it continues to grow upward and get larger and larger. And suddenly one of its many heads that's sprouting in and out suddenly and like suddenly they're being pushed into its own body, and much like the jar that you first met it in all those sessions ago starts to hit like an invisible ceiling, and you see its body just getting pushed further and further into the ground. Anything else?
That is it for me.
So just so I know, it is currently restrained.
Yes, it is.
Any
Based
other status effects? I believe that's the only one it does.
Yep, the creature is 30 feet in any direction, including upward by the range spell. Target next turn. The creature is restrained. Telekinetic grip. Creature looked upward. Yeah, it is just grip by me for 10 minutes. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
And do I get to roll out of it, or that's just it?
That is it.
Okay, good to know. All right. Up next is Oswick's turn. And Oswick, feeling...
Does anything happen with Demi-plane?
I was gonna say that's the whole thing.
Oh, right, the reaction.
Yeah,
That's your reaction.
The held action, yeah. So
As soon as it starts to be forced its way downward, Tarek, make your move.
So Tarek, seeing that it's being crushed down, will cast Demi-plane at its feet, if it has them. I don't know. Underneath
Not
it.
really. It's just more like a
and so
sludge
a
bottom.
glowing green door opens up beneath it and opens into just a pit of just, well, to everyone else just looks like just darkness. I'm guessing as it's being crushed downwards and it's directly below it, trying to crush it through this door.
Okay.
Crush it downwards into this demi-plane I've created.
You create the demi-plane doorway, shift through it, kind of spin your hammer almost like a magical generator as it starts to surge this electricity through your arm, through the pulsing green dark energy magnifying in your hand. You see it starting to get squished down. You throw that demi-plane opening, and it's not large enough for the creature to go down. It only can access a medium creature. So even though you are pushing downward, it's not enough for the creature to be pushed down instantaneously.
That's why I was asking about the shape of it. So when that happens, is any of it going through, like, at all?
So
or is it just sitting
I'll
there?
finish the description. So as you kind of throw that doorway onto there, much like Gambit throwing a playing card underneath this rotting, oozing form, from the looks of it, it seems like an ooze-like substance. You think ooze, it's like liquid. It should be sucked like a vacuum. Yet, when the doorway is opened underneath it, little tiny bits of the ooze-like form drip down into whatever the demiplane you have chosen, but the other parts of the ooze solidify and dig into the ground, and it does not move.
Damn. That's not great. Fuck.
The massive form is just too big.
Yeah.
This is like opening like a normal door of a house with a elephant on top of it.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I was thinking with the...
Couldn't hurt to try though, man.
Yeah,
it was a good plan.
That's why I was thinking telekinesis, just crush it through. It can't fit, crush it.
And you start to see the edges of your doorway start to bend as Fiend is pushing this thing, breaking against the demiplane doorway. Okay. So that'll be that reaction that gets enacted. And now it is the Jublex turn. Let's just make sure here. Yeah, that's it. As that force is being pulled down, the bits of ooze kind of reacting suddenly, vibrating, jutting out, crawling on the ground, pushing up. What looks like two angled white eyes with these many heads sprouting all around suddenly emanate in front of the body. This smile opens up wide from chin to ear. Stop! This hand, this oozing arm, lashes out at Fiend. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
That is going to be a 14.
You fail.
Oh no.
This is going to take a while because I need to roll 10d10 poison damage.
Oh my
No, sorry.
God.
Acid damage.
Hey, you know those roleplay moments that you all want today?
Oh no! Jonathan, if you want to use your D4 of inspo, you have one, just so you know.
Oh. Something tells me that a 16 wouldn't have even saved that.
I mean, you know, fair. But
And I believe that telekinesis is concentration.
Yes, it is.
So you need to roll for that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to fail those checks, but
You never know. Maybe I'll look out one of these days.
oh, I also have advantage on that because I'm a workcaster. Good thing I had advantage.
Wait, did you
All right. And Fiend, do you have your weapon out? It's your staff, I believe that's your weapon, correct?
Yeah, it's a bladed.
For your spells.
Yeah, it's a bladed quarterstaff. It's
And
the
you
thing
have
Ode
your
gave
new
me.
armor on as well?
Yep.
Okay. This elongated arm, almost Akira-like, just leaps forward out of its body. Sir Strange diving out of the way, anyone else able to go there, but this enormous elongated hand just goes onto your chest, grabs you and starts to choke you, and your skin burns like just acid. What's it called? I want to say acid-feric. That's not a fucking word. Acid-like, yes, acidic. That's what I'm looking for. This acidic substance just digs into your skin, and and it's just painful. You feel the very skin cells on your body melt away. Your armor should impact this. You start to see your armor melt down your chest like wax. You have a permanent -1 to your AC, and you take 61 points of acid damage.
Oh no.
As the elongated arm kind of starts to lift you up in an attempt to try to pull you in towards it. The rest of you inside the Tree of Infinity room just see this elongated black ooze hand grab Fiend's chest, and this smoke and the smell of burning bacon and meat starts to fill the room as you see his feet start to lift up from the water underneath him. After that, After that,
Oh, I dropped concentration, by the way.
oh, you did? I thought you said it's hard to fail that.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
not when it's 61 damage. Because that's I would need to save a 30 on that. And that is
Right, that's how it works.
possible.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was like just a DC.
Nope, it is
Yep.
DC half the damage.
Pain is
taken.
immeasurable. That force
Right.
that's pushing
I
down.
got a 22, by the way.
Damn. That force pushing down, Oswick just starts to elongate itself once more. The instant that arm latched itself on to Fiend's body, the arm disconnects from the main ooze form, lashes on the ground. You see on the steam starts rising from the ooze, connecting with the grass and the nature below it. It is then going to move towards Sir Strange. Don't leave us. And that, I believe.
That's my son! That's my boy!
That's my boy! All right, and let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it's going to end its turn there, moving towards Sir Strange, longing to be reunited with its host once more. After that, we will go with Sir Strange. Sir Strange,
I'm gonna roll
What
to
do you
hit
got?
it. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it real hard. 20 plus my 9. Does 29 hit?
29 certainly hits. Roll damage.
Whoo!
And is that a crit 20? So double?
Yeah, crit 20.
So I'm gonna let you know.
It was a natural 20?
It was a nat 20.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jade, say that
So,
shit.
it's the Feywild time. So I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna do my base of
Your bonk damage.
So let's do that one. Let's do the base damage. Okay. That's a 12 for the first hit, but because of my special paladin stuff, I am gonna use my divine smite. Hold on, which one is it?
Yep.
Hold on, class features, so I can get it right. I'm gonna be using. So I have a question. So I already have divine smite. Hypothetically, if I did divine smite and I gave up a 4th level spell slot, getting a max of 5d8, do I add my improved divine smite, therefore making it 68?
I believe so. I think we've gone through this before. You get to hit, you add the Divine Smite, you pick the spell slot level you want to do Divine Smite at.
I don't get to do this often.
You then get to add Improved Smite. They go hand in hand.
So I can do, if I get my 4th level spell slot, I can do a max of, with my improved divine smite, I can do a max of 68. Does that
Seems
double
so.
with my...
Yes.
So you will roll your damage, and then whatever the result of that damage is will be doubled because of the crit. And I do believe this is all radiant damage as well, correct? At least the smite is. So yeah, so imagine this way. Divine Smite is like you pick how high you want the Divine Smite to go with your spell slots. The improved smite is always there no matter what.
Okay, so I got a 36, and does that double?
The dice do not double, the damage result will.
Okay. Because I got 12 for my base, and that was doubled already, and I had 36 altogether by giving it my 4th level spell slot.
All right, so let's calculate this paladin goodness. So the first base damage was 12 damage times 2 is 24 plus your divine smite, which is how many d6?
My d6 was 4 or 5. So give me a second. So
depending on your how many spell slots you use.
I gave up 4 spell slots. So
it's a d6 originally, so it'll be 5d6.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your divine smite using your 4th level spell slot. Then you're going to add your
improved divine smite.
Improved divine smite, which is a d8.
Let me see. It should be. Let me check.
I believe it's a d8.
It is 1d8, an extra 1d8 of radiant.
Okay. So add on the 1d8. I believe the smites, are they d8s as well, or are they d6s? I think at this point they're d8s.
They're d8s.
Okay, so it's 5d8 plus a d8. So it's 6d8 altogether that you're going to roll for this extra damage.
Yeah.
Correct. So roll that. Tell me the result.
68, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. That's a lot of math.
That's a lot of damage.
That's 24.
Doubled as well?
Oh, double it? So then wouldn't that be...
Well, no. On your D&D Beyond, if you rolled a crit, it will double it for you. So you just got to make sure you're looking at the total result. It doesn't say times 2 or anything.
It just gave me... I did it because I rolled with my dice to do the...
For the first one.
No, so I rolled with my regular dice. It didn't calculate it via D&D Beyond.
Gotcha. So 24 will be doubled to 48. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're doing some maths here today, everybody. So 48 plus 24, that's 72 points of fucking damage to Oswic's monstrosity form.
And that was my first hit.
That was the first hit with the crit. And used 4 slots for your smite.
Yep, my 4th level spell slot.
So, okay. Second attack.
Does a 24 hit?
24 will also hit. Roll damage.
Okay. And because my paladin stuff is already, can I still do a bonus action? Is Divine Smite a bonus action, or is that just automatic?
So I believe a Divine Smite is a bonus action. So
okay.
you would have had to use that to do all of that already.
Okay.
No? There you go. So not a bonus action. So you still have that as an action. Yeah.
Wait, so I could do this twice?
As long as you have the spell slots to enact your Divine Smite, you can keep doing it until you run out of spell slots. That's
I
kind
can
of
do this much damage and I did it.
Yes!
Go for it.
Get him! And the improved smite is just always get an extra d6 with everything.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give up a 3rd level spell slot instead, so that'll give you
an extra 3d8.
And then
for a total of 4d8.
Yeah, so let's do. But first, let me roll to my regular damage, which
for your sword.
Yeah, which should be 9, and then I'm gonna do my 4d8.
Yep.
That'll be 23.
23. Okay. Whew, these are some big hits, my man. Okay. That is going to be a total of 32 points of damage. Yes.
And that did not take a bonus action, do any of that, right?
Not yet. You still have your bonus action free, technically. You've done 2 attacks for your cumulative action.
Okay.
And now you've got a bonus action left.
Okay.
So far, you have done 107 points of damage.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that is a 33 with a natural 20 on the
Yeah,
save.
no, you got it. No, that didn't go through. Okay, cool. I was gonna hit you with a blinding smite.
Ah.
I'll get you.
Holy shit. So, with that elongated arm wrapped itself around Fiend behind you, Sir Strange, you hear the echoes of pain and sizzling flesh as this goopy ooze arm begins to latch itself onto Fiend. You hear the screams of pain behind you, this whole time staring off at Oswick. Not out of fear or stunned, a stunned condition or anything like that, just from the pure awe of what has taken place. You have developed a relationship with this thing. And you're not so much frozen in fear as you are kind of proud at what it's capable of. Thoughts run through your mind, could it have done this without me? Or is it because of our relationship that it's able to reach these heights? Fascinating.
Can I add a thought for
Yes,
Strange?
you can.
Because this is an embodiment of Strange's hate, rage, and anger. Strange feels bad for Oswick. So he's gonna put him down.
Gonna end Oswick's suffering as you unsheath the longsword, the gleaming silver blade, magnified by the shining moonbeam behind Oswick, as you just hold it in place as this shining sort of silver, radiant orange yellow glow starts to tint off the blade and off the corner. Race forward as the crown of thorns you are wearing, correct? On your head?
Yeah, I have the helmet.
As you have the helmet down, but you have the thorn on, correct? Or did you put the helmet on? I forget. I believe the helmet's off.
You took the crown off and you had
Yeah.
the helmet on.
Yeah, the
Helmet
helmet on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the crown's off, helmet on. You put down the visor. Race forward. The rest of you see Sir Strange move at a pace that you have never seen before. The instant rush of speed that happens with the flash of a strike. Seeing this huge oozing monster just take a diagonal flash of yellow light as its body starts to separate and shift, comes back, bam! Each hit crackling with this thunderous eruption as the impact slices into Oswick's body. Two slices start to shift as the body's form starts to get smaller and less powerful than it once was. You took an enormous hit to this thing as it wails out in pain and parts of its body just thrusted behind it and sort of dissipate and disintegrate with the steam that rises up with each huge slash as bits of Oswick's essence just splatters against your visor with the clean cut. Amazing job, my friend. As you take your position, get into your second ready stance with the longsword next to your body. We're going to go into second round of combat, starting once again with Tarek. But before Tarek goes, as you take that second ready stance, Oswick, having done a considerable amount of punishment, and everyone can see this, a hand, an ooze-like hand, crawling on the ground from one of the hits you just enacted, latches onto your face like an alien face hugger and is trying to seep into the holes in your mask. I'm going to use a legendary action to use Corrupting Touch. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits. I got
Okay.
19. Wait, 19. And yeah, that's added already. Yeah, 19.
Yeah. So just one above as this essence of Oswick latches onto you. Parts of its ooze-like form starts to crawl within the vents of your mask and starts to seep into your nose and into your mouth. Choking as the airways leave your lungs, you are going to take 25 points of poison damage. You are also poisoned. And your friends, Farrell and Ramira, as you see all his mighty stance from the incredible sword work that was just enacted, you see this bit of Oswick latch onto the face. This almost burst of gas, green nauseous gas, emanates from Sir Strange's visor and starts to hit both of you. You are both poisoned. All three of you are now poisoned.
Oh no!
I'm gonna put a little green marker there so you can see. Okay.
For
And
clarification, poison's effect is disadvantage on attack and ability checks. Just for those of you who don't know.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, okay, that's good. And that'll be legendary action. And now we go to Tarek. But Sir Strange, you had your hand up for a second there?
Oh no, I think I got my answer because it's a poison, right? So it's not a disease,
Yes.
it's poison. Okay, cool.
Okay. Tarek, you're up,
All
my
right.
friend. You see this ooze latch onto Sir Strange's visor, coughing, and then a burst of gas comes
Yeah.
out of the vents.
Tarek wants to put an end to this. Starting here, then going, kind of just in a line. I believe it's. I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire, on Oswick. So that is a Dexterity saving throw for Oswick.
All right, where is the wall gonna be? Just so I'll find.
But it is 30 foot, right? Make a 60-foot wall, actually. 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, 20 feet diameter, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. So,
So how long? 60 feet long?
60 feet, yeah. I need to check, because I need to make sure people aren't within 10 feet of it. I'll have to cast it from here. Yeah, so this point right here is where I'm going to start it.
Start it right
just
here.
go that way, I guess.
Do you want the start to be here?
I one more to the right, just so that
Start
I'm not
here?
within. No, I'm not within. Basically, so no one is within 10 feet of the wall except Oswick, because otherwise they would take damage as well.
Okay, you are
yeah.
15, 15, 15. You're good.
Cool.
All right, so Oswick has to make a dexterity saving.
Dexterity
throw.
saving throw. Yes. Still take off damage.
Okay. That is a 26.
That passes. However, you still take half of 28 fire damage.
Okay.
So
As the fire, you sort of see
14.
you start to see that face hugger ooze latch onto Sir Strange's face, see them coughing. You then see the gas from their face mask start to billow out, and you see your comrade starting to choke and also fall down, skin going dark white, dark green veins appearing on their neck and on their face. No, we gotta end this. Spin the hammer. Boom! With a mighty thrust onto the ground. Almost this wave-like effect comes from the ground as this wall of fire rages out. And as the fire starts to smoke against the skin-like ooze of Oswick, the flames touch the ooze-like material. But you don't see anything dissipate. You don't see anything smoke. You don't see anything start to melt, as it did not hit as much as you thought it did.
Wait, so it's immune to fire?
Resistant.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
you're even at half damage. Your 14 is 7.
It's made out of asbestos.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's my action. Right. Cool. Bonus action. Let's have a
And
look.
you see one of its many heads that are kind of juddering in and out of it. Just
That's me then. That's it. That's all I can do.
stares right at you. Okay.
Oh, come at me, Oswig.
Come at me, bitch. Okay. After
Do what
dark,
you
we
want.
got Farrell and Ramira on deck. Farrell, you are currently poisoned.
Moonbeam is still up though.
Moonbeam is still up. I gotta make the roll.
Constitution, please.
Okay. That is a 25.
Okay, shocking. Really, I'm so shocked right now. It's still gonna take half damage.
Okay.
So half of 26. So 13. It's radiant damage,
Okay.
if it matters.
So as the beam is still just coming down from the heavens, just constant with the wall of fire now behind Oswick and the shining radiant beam burning in like the gods themselves with a magnifying glass, just focusing on Oswick for the time being, taking it from both points from behind. What's your move?
That's a good question. Oh. God damn it. Did I watch that flame did not hit?
You
as
saw
well?
the wall of fire just rage across, almost like a tidal wave of flame just kind of hitting it from the side. And you're carefully studying like what is knocking this thing. Like the hits from Sir Strange just knocked it like its size went down like a third. Yet when this wall of fire came, it just
It didn't really do anything. Okay, damn it. I dislike this strongly. I think. Look at this. Let me see where I'm at this real quick. Sir Strange, how many points of damage did you do? It's like 26?
How much did I do by hitting it?
No. How much did you take? Did you take damage?
Oh, it was 25, right? 25?
9 points of damage.
And I'm poisoned.
Yeah. I don't
That's
think
cool.
That's cool.
That's
I don't think I
cool.
have anything to help with the poison effect.
Your presence is enough.
I don't think I have anything to help with the poison effect. However, I'm going to cast Healing Word a 3rd level on Sir Strange just because I've noticed how much damage they're doing. And I'm going to stress Fiend to Ramira. So you get 9 points of healing back.
Yay!
I'm going to keep my half cover and keep pulling down Moonbeam at the moment until I decide otherwise.
okay. So you rush over to Sir Strange, trying to like get the helmet off, trying to grab any open part of their skin to keep them held up from the coughing and the poisonous fumes they're emitting from their metal paladin helmet. Yourself too, coughing at the same time.
Farrell's
Still using
more
that force with the moon.
Strange up.
All right. Using that force from your hand as it's glowing, that effervescent, shining, white glow, holding down Moonbeam. As you rush over to Strange and enact that healing, part of Oswick thrusts itself forward at you as he uses a legendary action to use Acid Splash. And this is going to be... I believe you have to make a Dex save. Wait, let me just make sure. Acid Splash is either a Dex save or a roll to hit. I'm just making sure. Dexterity saving throw. Okay, so make me a dexterity saving throw. Farrell?
Yay, we love dexterity saving throws. Dexterity. Oh, D&D Beyond. Why have you failed me so? 13.
13. You fail.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And also, actually, nope, never mind. So, Farrell,
Yes.
you are going to take 4d6 acid damage.
Hey, you guys remember when we talked about roleplay earlier?
Jokes. It's a prank.
Really, it's a good joke, really. It was a great joke.
Prank.
It was a
The
great
social
joke.
experiment.
A great joke, even. It's a good joke. A great joke.
It's a good joke.
I didn't renounce fucking Oswick. You did that all yourself.
This is true.
11 points of acid damage to Farrell as part of Oswick hits your skin and starts to sizzle your flesh.
Gross.
So that's at the end of your turn,
Farrell's killing your scar.
which comes back to Ramira with Fiend on deck.
Yeah, I am going to have her just sidestep, and she just kind of pretends like she's gonna go grab his sleeve like she usually does, but instead she just kind of like gently nudges him, and I cast Cure Wounds at 4th level to heal him. Let me roll that bad boy. What the fuck does a D8 look like on God's green earth? Hello?
The dice with an 8 on it.
It's 2 pyramids. It's 2
There's
pyramids.
The diamond.
Okay, 17 plus 5, that's 22 points of healing for you. For you, and then if you have any spell effects on you, then I can remove one of them. I don't know if you weren't poisoned, right? Okay, so that's freed, then you're fine. And then I part 2 bonk again with my spiritual weapon as my bonus action. That's a 21.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Nice. That's only 7 points of force damage. And with that, I bid you adieu. Next.
Healing Fiend. Come on now. You're doing things. Okay. So 7 points of
I would like
force
to add for
damage.
flavor
Mhm.
that when she kind of nudges him for the healing, she goes, I know it's not worth much, but I'm very proud of you. And then slams the spiritual weapon to the other side, and then that's it.
Okay. As you run over to Fiend, sort of you see the skin sizzling as the ooze is still on him, part of his armor melting down like candle wax. Kind of grab his wrist, the exposed part with no ooze on it. That invigorating, radiant light coming out of the palm of your hands envelops Fiend's body, allowing him to breathe a little bit clearer once more. Say that little quippy line, lash out with the elongated staff with the crescent blade moon, slashing at the body of Oswick, standing your ground. Okay. After that, we go to Fiend. Sir Strange on deck. Fiend, what we got, my friend?
After being just utterly tortured with acid, acid boarded, if you will, and the telekinesis plan did not work. Fiend is just kind of like, have you ever been so mad you go past rage right into like this weird eerie calm? He just folds his arms behind his back, dark side style, and like snaps his fingers, and a shadow hound appears as a bonus action.
Oh boy. My favorite.
Just his eyes turn green. Make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start rolling just in case you fail. I'm going to empower the spell.
That is an unnatural 20.
At disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens. That is the end of my turn. My hound will go.
Okay.
Nothing happens. It is now your turn.
Okay. As you reach out, bow to the king of fear. Envelop the shadows around you as
No. Nothing was said.
Okay. Never
Nothing
mind.
was said. Fiend is not talking right now.
Gotcha. In dead silence, as Ramir comes up to you, says those words as the spiritual weapon slashes at the creature once more. No words uttered. Put that hand forward as those shadows come out of your veins, as that dark cloud emanates beside the ooze of the familiar shadow hound. Usually its presence able to stagger and confuse its foes, not seeming to have the desired effect that you were so inclined that happened to happen, as the hound just comes in a final form, makes a lunge with a clamp of the jaws. The body just sort of morphs out of the way as the dog just doesn't make any purchase. Okay. It is now Oswic's turn, but at the end of Fiend's turn, it is going to use a legendary action to... Actually, no, it can't use any more legendary actions. It used them all with the touch. No. Nope, still got one more. It's going to hurl an acid splash over at good old Tarek here. So Tarek, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
17 plus 3, so 20 unnatural.
All right, as part of Oswic's body lunges over as one of those heads will start to clock you. You just gonna whip the hammer in a rotating helicopter fashion as it just shatters into oblivion, does not connect with your skin at all. You are safe.
Okay. Better than that, Oswic.
Oswic's turn. Oh, roll for the thing. Oh boy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, as you rotate the hammer, defend it, as the first strike sort of hits your hammer and dissipates, you kind of dissipate the hammer twirling to like look back at the form as 10 splashes of its essence lunges at you all at the same time. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. That's 15 plus 3. Gonna add my d4 of inspiration. Oh boy.
That's a 3, so 15 plus 3 plus another 3.
15 plus 3 plus 3.
21.
21.
Thank you, chat.
Just saves as the DC of 21.
Let's go.
Able to once again
Thank you, chat.
whip it around in a lightning-like speed. Yeah, nothing happens if you succeed. So you were good as one kind of blocks it, and as your hammer dissipates, just like 20 of these blotches of Oswic's body lunges forward to you. Taking steps forward, doing a larger rotation with the arm, as they all just kind of chop into that Mjolnir blender. It does not make any hits. You are safe. Okay.
Weak Oswic.
At the end of that, Oswic, as you hear your friends coughing and just wheezing with pain, let us be one again, and this will end.
I don't think so.
Did it just end its turn?
It did end its turn.
Cool. You are within 10 feet of the wall of fire, which means you take 5d8 fire damage.
No save or anything.
I think. Let me double check. I don't believe there is a save. I think you just have to be within the space. When the wall appears, each creature within the aura makes a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, each creature takes 5d5 damage or half damage. One side of the wall, selected by you. Deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of one side or inside the wall.
Okay, so because it ends its turn within 10 feet of the wall, it's going to take 5d8 fire damage resisted, so it'll be half.
Right? 5d8.
Okay, roll your 5d8, my friend.
That is 20. So 10 if it's resistant.
So 10.
10 fire damage. It's something.
It's something. Okay. As if the flame and the moonbeam just raining down on it, still able to get enacted, but you can see parts of Oswic's body starting to harden and crisp, start to become crisp and blackened like charcoal as bits of the ooze-like body kind of harden, start to flake off. You see bits of just Oswic's dried up corpse just falling to the ground as the fire and the moonbeam together just keeps pulsing away, ripping it little by little. Okay. Sir Strange.
I'm still poisoned, correct?
You are, so you will have disadvantage. But the sludge, as you're coughing, you raise up the visor, you're sort of trying to peel the ooze off your skin. You may use an action to peel off the facehugger ooze off of you, thus ending the effect.
Of poison. So hypothetically, if I did something to cure the poison, I just get poisoned again by the face masker that's on my face. Because my plan, and so you know and understand, I have lay on hands, and I was going to use 5 of it to cure my poison. Now, if I did that, would the face masker stay on and continue to give me poison, or?
So Corrupting Touch, which is this feature, until the slime is scraped off with an action, the target is poisoned.
Okay, so
effectively stating, until you use your action to pull it off, you will continue to be poisoned, unless someone out there has a correction in mind, because that's what the effect says. So
it's okay. I understand. I'm gonna make a strength. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
So you're gonna use your action to pull it off, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So as you lifted the visor, a la Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3, ripping it off your face and throwing it to the side. You are no longer poisoned, and Farrell and Ramira are also no longer poisoned as you throw it to the wind, and with nothing to cling on to, dissipates onto the ground.
I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to do Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
On what's his name? Oswic. And then I will end my turn.
Okay, Hunter's Mark on Oswic. We'll do that guy there. Okay. Locked on target. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Staying free and clear of the facehugger. Ramira and Farrell no longer poisoned. You feel a breath come into your lungs once more, able to no longer wheezing. Those dull black and green veins just start to dissipate back into your skin. Your flesh becomes a full color once more. And we come back to the top of the round with Tarek, having successfully dodged all those little mini Oswics. What you got?
So I'm going to cast Synaptic Static. Make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
I believe Wallfire does stay up because Synaptic Static is now concentration, so I have not cast another concentration spell, correct?
You can only cast one concentration spell at a time.
Cool. Yep. Synaptic Static is not concentration, so
okay,
stays up.
You're good. You're good to go.
Cool. So,
I got a 15.
Fail.
Okay.
DC 18. That is 8d6 psychic damage.
Ooh. All right.
D6 psychic damage. Woo! That's 29 psychic damage, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a 20-foot radius. I'll center. Yeah, here basically. So it catches. It doesn't catch. It's just out of range.
And the doorway underneath is no longer there as well. Correct? We need to
that just lasts an hour. That's not concentration either.
Okay.
So it's just
So this is where things start to get interesting.
Mhm.
As you use the synaptic static, which describe to me how this looks. I believe you have a specific look to it, correct?
Yeah, so just Tarek we'll just like knock away all the parts of Oswick that were trying to attack him, and then he will bring up his hand, and just lightning kind of sparks along his arm, but it looks a little different to the lightning that would spark along his hammer. And it just shoots out from his hand, and there's a shock wave of just lightning that just goes straight into Oswick and just into it, and it just sparks with electricity as the synaptic psychic damage hits him.
Okay. So as you do that sort of whirling helicopter blade defense, all the oozes kind of splatter all around. Just like, gotta end this. Spin it once more. Kind of use the hammer and smack it against your metal gauntlet. This vibration kind of fills the air as you smash Molnir with the gauntlet, as it envelops with electrical energy. And this streak of like light purple and black lightning snaps into Oswick's body, and you see the body for the first time just go ape shit. Parts of its body start to spike and malform like sound waves, hitting bits of liquid metal. You start to see parts of its body shrink down a size. It has now gone from huge to large.
Good. Glad that hurts.
As the parts of Oswick start to slowly suck down into the demi-plane that you've put down towards it, as the body starts to shrink around the doorway.
Interesting.
Okay. Anything else?
Who's looking hurt that I can see? I cannot see Ramiro or Fiend, I believe, because there was a wall between us.
Yeah, not standing there. If you got in a bit, you can try to get closer. You still have your movement.
That's true. Yeah, with with Oswick's starting to shrink down, Tarek will just take a few steps towards it, just making sure it is dropping down into the demi-plane. I'll just look, seeing Fiend's still pretty messed up. And we'll throw out a bonus action heal. Yeah, I'll give him 5d6 of healing for you, Mr. Fiend. D6, that is 17 points of healing for you, Mr. Fiend. Hope that makes you feel a little better, buddy.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Is it a healing word?
Healing light. It's just
Healing light.
an ability. It's not a spell. It's just an ability.
Okay. So as you see Oswick's form starting to shrink down from that synaptic static, bits of dark purple and black lightning shouting out from his body, you're able to kind of get into that corner. Yeah. The beam radiant light from the Molnir envelops Fiend's body, and you feel that warm sensation, Fiend, and parts of your contusions and gashes slowly start to close up.
Tarek doesn't even look in his direction. His eyes are just solely focused on the crippling form of Oswick, just bearing down on him. Kind of reaches that hand in Fiend's direction, heals him, and just keeps walking towards Oswick.
Feral, you are up with Ramira on deck. Fiend after that. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam is up.
All right. Dex.
Con.
Con. That's gonna be 31.
Oh, yeah. Wow, the damage was 22, so half 22.
11. Okay.
11. So real quick, you still have that thing on your face, yes, Sir Strange?
They use an action to rip it off. That's why you're not poisoned anymore.
Okay, great. Is Sir Strange still poisoned?
Nope. Sir Strange,
Okay.
Ramira, and yourself are no longer poisoned once
Okay.
they remove the ooze from the face.
Cool. I'm still going to. Where is it? Oh, where'd it go? Hold up. I'm losing spells. Goodness. However, how far is Sir Strange from me?
Currently, they're like 10 feet.
Okay, cool.
You're right beside them, behind that cave
Cool.
closing there.
Okay. So I'm going to reach over. I hope you consent to this and poke their arm and give them protection from poison.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you stabbed me with a dagger. I'm like, ah!
No, I didn't stab you yet. Yet. No, you touch a creature. If it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison afflicts the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present, or you neutralize one at random. For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and is resistant to poison damage.
Ah, Farrell, thank you for this vaccine.
You're welcome. So it's active for 1 hour.
Cool.
So I will reach over. I hope you consent to this. Poke.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not with the sword. Yet. I'm not stabbing you yet. Give me a reason, though. Okay, and I'll call it good. And kind of just continuously call down Moonbeam on it. That was my action. Let me see if I have a bonus action. I don't believe I do. How's everybody looking still? Like, good? Not
Yeah, I'm doing good.
good? Not, okay. Hold on. I didn't realize this was a bonus. Okay, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Going over, doing another healing, keeping Moonbeam up as that white radiant glow still emanates from the palm of your hand. Ramira, you are up. Fiend on deck.
Farrell's
Yeah.
playing for today.
She sidesteps over back into line and at 4th level casts Guiding Bolt.
Ooh. Okay.
That is a 29 to hit.
Oh my Atlanta. That'll hit.
All right, so that's gonna be 76 of radiant damage. Please hold.
Please hold.
I'm connecting you to your demise. Let's see. Ooh, okay. 12, 22, 27, 29 points of radiant damage, please.
God damn.
I did it for one.
Yay! Good job. All right. So as you see all these attacks, these barrages of hits start to overwhelm Oswick, the synaptic static starting to shrink Oswick's form one size smaller. You then reach out for the your moon scepter spiritual weapon rod, grab it from your both hands, wave it around as this sort of light trail of radiant light swirls around you as glitter and dust falls down. Radiant blast emanates from the head of the silvery and gold crescent moon on the top. And it's like pushing Oswick into the back of the wall of fire, into the constant beam of moon energy and radiant damage, sandwiching it between these two, like taking someone's head and just forcing it against a hot piping iron cauldron and just smushing it as steam and bits of ooze are just falling off everywhere as you're holding the scepter with both hands steady and true. Okay.
Nice. I rolled for my spiritual weapon as well, but I only got a 12, which I imagine doesn't hit.
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. So then that is the end of my turn.
Okay. But good on you as you're holding at bay against the wall. Bits of black ooze are falling onto the ground, causing steam and smoke to evaporate as it's slowly burning into the ground all around them from the acidity. Okay. After that, we come to Fiend.
Fiend still sitting there, dark side style.
Silent as the grave.
silent as the grave, his eyes begin to glow again, and then he like raises one eyebrow as he notices his hound isn't next to the creature because it shrunk. And he's useless. And resummons it. He's that lazy. Bonus action spends another 3 sorcery points to resummon it next to Oswick.
Dex save again?
Dex save again at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait this time. Not even gonna put it.
Okay.
I'm upcasting this time.
Another unnatural 20, unfortunately.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Another 13. The smoke hound once again just dissipates and comes up behind it, but for the blast from Ramira's spiritual weapon as that radiant guiding bolt smacks it out of the point of origin, moves it out of the range of the hound as it shows up. Not taking its effect once more.
Actually, hold on. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. You're good.
Okay. As Fiend once again, in sullen silence, manipulates the Shadow Hound, we come to Oswick. As the form's getting smaller and smaller, smacked against the wall of fire, the moonbeam going down. Suddenly, Sir Strange, you make this connection with Oswick. Almost everything slows down. It's almost like the bits of ooze and ash start to rain down and fall. He just looks at you as your eyes meet, as several heads are poking out. Almost like a child of yours is in pain. Father, why? As he connects with you once more, we will be with you again. And as he shouts that into the ether, you see his body start to quake and malform, and bits of the ooze starts to melt away into a gaseous eruption as he casts gaseous form on himself. Bits of his body start to melt and fall away as his form starts to become a cloud. It is a spell.
It is a
Can
spell.
I count a spell, please?
Hey, there we go. Okay, counterspell. I believe it depends on what level you're doing at, correct?
5th. That's
Fifth.
the only level I can cast out. Probably have to roll. No.
Legendary action.
As Oswic's form starts to melt away, and this gas-like essence starts to form, almost like a ball of wax being melted from the sun below, revealing this gaseous black and green cloud. Bits of Oswic's eyes and sinister snake-like smile with many fangs emitting behind the cloud starts to float away. Things as you're swinging the hammer, snap it. The cloud starts to shake as he moans and screams. The ooze that had been melted on the bottom, almost in a rewind-like fashion on a VCR tape, comes back into a physical form.
No, Oswick.
For the gaseous
You don't
form
get away that easily.
was at 3rd level. Oswick does not fly away, and the battle continues.
Where are you going, Oswick? Weak.
Well, shit. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, fudge. That was an action. It sure was.
Good job, Ben. Good job.
I know. I'm so proud of you.
Ben's on fire today. Hey. Proud of you.
Okay.
Ben pulling out all the stops. Like, pew, pew, every time. Every round, baby.
Listen, last time we let one of our enemies get away when they were on low HP, we ended up with
It's true.
Sam.
It's true.
I'm just
Ben
proud
is
of
not missing tonight.
Kicking ass. Go, Tarek. Oh.
I will be rolling
In the deep.
in the deep.
Jade, I'm sorry.
No?
You're being dismissed now.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I get this back. Okay. With Oswic's form put back to where it was, that is the end of Oswic's turn.
All right.
All right. And that's gonna put us with Sir Strange.
I'm gonna roll to hit.
Go for it, my friend. You son of a bitch!
Are you
You son of a bitch!
Tell me it's a natural 20. Tell me.
29 hit, Kevin!
Ah! Yes, it does! Oh,
Hold on.
Fey Lord Prince?
I'm gonna get like a camera. These are my Feywild dice. These are my
I
lucky
would
dice.
That's awesome.
Will
Okay.
someone
Wait,
let
the
me-
ones that I got you?
Yes, the ones that screwed me over the first time.
We've
My
all been
curse is
rolling on
broken
fire
for other
tonight.
people.
I need someone to clip the moment that just like 29 hit Kevin.
Yes!
Hold on, I need a moment.
Jade!
Oh my god.
But first, he'll use a legendary. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you.
Oh my god. Imagine.
Okay.
Shit's getting real, folks.
All right.
It
I'm gonna
is.
hit him with my slashing, but because it's gonna be 16 because I got 8 for the initial hit, so 16. And also,
So it's 16 damage for the sword.
for the regular sword.
Okay, and then
Okay.
you're going to use how many Smith Smites? How many
Hold
Smitty
on,
Smites?
let me calculate the one that I saved. I saved this one. It was my Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So I do let's see. I do 1d6 extra 1d6 damage. Is that also occurred or is that just an extra? If I save that up.
Sure. I'm going to say yes. Just all damage at the end of this will be doubled.
Okay, so I'll just calculate it all right now and then we'll double it at the end. So
Yeah, all damage is doubled. So 16 damage. You got the D6 from the Hunter's Mark. You got a D8 from improved critical or improved smites, and then you have.
No, I got 8 for the initial. I doubled it already, so it's 8.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 8. We'll double it at the end.
Okay.
So
So yeah, we'll do 8 for the first part. Then roll the D6 for the Hunter's Mark.
hold on. Let me do the messed up.
Ah!
So I got 8. I got a 4 for my
4.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pump in my I'm gonna use my 4th spell slot.
So a 4d8 again.
And plus with my improved divine smite, that is 5d8.
5d8. All right. Roll the
Oh,
5d8.
6 because 48 to 68.
Gotcha.
Go, Jade.
Listen, we're trying to get to RP tonight, so Jade's really putting the band hammer down.
Finish this up.
We're just trying to expedite this process.
Wrap it up, please. We have crying to do.
Check,
If you
please.
could, yeah,
Check.
We're trying to make ourselves hurt. Like.
Okay. So that's 24. So all in all, it was 24 for all my points for the first one.
24 plus 4 plus 8.
Plus 8.
Doubled. 72.
And that was my first hit.
That was your first fucking hit. Paladins.
Kind of nuts.
And I'll never know
Does a
what that
17
feels
hit?
like.
Just misses.
Okay.
Oh.
That's okay.
So close. So close.
Then that was all the damage I did.
I guess you'll have to just suffer with the 70 points of damage you just did.
So
Oh,
awful.
dang it. I do that all the time, Jade.
What
so
what a weakling. Okay. So, as this happens, Sir Strange, with the bottom of Oswick slowly being sucked into the demi-plane. Slow motion, like, take out the longsword. Moonlight, firelight, radiant light gleaming off the blade as you ready yourself for the strike. Leap forward, and as Oswick's body is just juddering all around, screaming, flailing, kip up off of his solid oozed body, stepping on it like onyx stones. Leap yourself upward. Like a radiant buzzsaw, 1/3 of the oozing body gets sliced away like hot butter against chocolate pudding as this whole side of it just falls off the side with this sizzling yellow outline catching on fire, sparks juddering out of it. And as that happens, Oswick's body slims down one size smaller as the bottom of Oswick begins to get enveloped into the demi-plane door. These like humanoid features start to emit from the ooze, creating these long arms. This head with an elongated neck takes on your face, matches your hair, your cheekbones, your eyes, your glasses. Father! No! Is there anything you want to say to Oswick before the demi-plane sucks him in?
You are what I could have been. And I don't want that. I'm sorry. But I'm also not going to be... I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for making the right decision. I'm cutting you out.
You say those words, the acidic hands and arms of Oswick slide against the Feywild grassland as a line of acidic acid steams up, falls into the demi-plane laid by Tarek. The close of the fist, the door-like way closes or no?
Doesn't close just yet.
Okay. Stays open as the realm that Tarek had opened it up to is now visible from your view.
Mm-hmm. There's just a dark pit 30 feet down. And Tarek will just walk to the edge of it, look down at does it still look like so strange, or has it just gone back to its kind of...
It's just...
I'll just look at it.
Falls in infinite blackness.
Does it still have because it's about 30 feet down, so I'd probably still be able to see it. Does it still have like a face, or is it just a form at this point?
It's just still its form. Which
Okay.
plane did you send it to? Is there an actual
A
plane?
demi-plane that I created.
Yeah, it just...
It's essentially like infinite pickle jars.
Yeah, basically.
It just
so yeah,
lands down. If there is a ground to speak of,
Yeah. 30 feet. It's a box that's 30 feet by 30 feet.
slam down into it, and you just see it run over to the side, clawing and gooping over, and hits an invisible wall, climbs up the invisible wall onto the ceiling, trying every way to get out.
Yeah, I'll look down at what's left of Oswick and just say, goodbye, Oswick, forever. And the pit closes.
The door he once stood, the nature of the Feywild envelops the space once more. And Frostbreakers, you have successfully triumphed over your first symbiote encounter.
Whew.
First?
I was gonna say weird. It's
Well,
shut up, Fiend.
one-on-one.
Wait, shut up, John.
Freudian slip much? Freudian slip. Okay.
Just strange.
Strange, after going through all of that emotion, takes a knee. And she's going to call out for a moment, not looking. Fiend!
Yes.
I'm not angry at you. And I want to say I'm sorry.
For what?
You made the deal for reasons. Reasons you kept from me because I'm going to guess of the fear of misunderstanding. You want to save your dad. Let me do that. I will help you. I should have said it then. But to be fair, I didn't think I was going to go with you guys. In fact, I was supposed to be in Asgard by now. But let me help you. You have given up much. I think you're an asshole, but that's because you don't really tell people how you feel about a certain thing, and I think that's just easier. I'm hurt, but I understand. So after this is done, hopefully after we... What's the name of that guy we're gonna kill? Obviously, the fox man?
Reynard.
Yeah, Reynard.
That one.
Reynard.
Yeah.
Let me help you. That's all I want. And this is strange, still looking at where Oswick was. That's why I gave you the map. I want you to succeed. I want you to accomplish much. But I need you to talk to me. And again, I'm sorry.
This is John smiling. Mr. Fiend, deadpan. Okay.
I love Fiend.
The arms behind his back, his hound kind of like clawing at the ground.
Ramirez petting the dog.
Yeah. The dog like looks back at Fiend and is just like concerned, like, where the fuck did this thing go? He's just like doing the roundabout around circle, just boom. Fiend goes, away with you, and just into shadow. Right then.
Where's the tree lady?
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, Kevin, we can't hear you.
Kevin. More importantly, where's Zarbok?
Where's our mushroom boy?
He's dead.
No, I'm bringing.
I put him in the demi plate.
So,
God damn it, Benjamin.
The host needed something to latch onto.
I swear to God.
Symbiote Zarbak. Teleporting
The
meta,
baby.
fucking terrifying.
Symbiote shroom.
So the humanoid
Symbiote.
entity, the bark with the bark-like skin, is behind you inside of that chamber, still within the cave with that illuminated sunlight over top of that bonsai-like tree. Just knelt down, still gathering the strength to stand. Zarbak, furiously, with a radiant, sort of blue and green electrical arrowhead, with the arrow taut just in front of her, defending her. Ramira.
She's going to kind of look over everybody and make mental checks on everybody. Like, you seem fine. You seem okay. All right. And then she runs over to the tree lady and just kind of helps her up. And are you all right?
What was that thing?
Zarbak, please, Zarbak. And she leans over. It's okay. And she pats him on the head. You did a wonderful job. Are you all right, lady?
Kind of trying to gather her strength to stand. I will be fine. Thank you. Are you okay? Is everyone else all right?
Well, we will manage. And she kind of looks over at Fiend. Some of us have made some fairly large sacrifices today, so best not talk to that one. But we'll be all right.
What was that?
What is the hand for, John?
Just the Itachi hand.
But yeah, so that's basically what she says. I can try to dress your wounds more, or maybe our druid can have a look.
Whatever that thing was, it dampened my strength. I could barely stand in its presence.
Yes.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but we think it's called a symbiote. It's very powerful, so...
Whatever that thing is, it's not of this plane. It's not based in any kind of nature that I know of.
Yes. We think it came from elsewhere. But we'll figure that out another time. We've sent it away for now, and you should be safe.
I thank you. And she kind of puts up
Lift
that
her.
bark-like arm that's still kind of malformed and not fully realized yet. Gets up.
I don't even know what to say. Is Hathawin your child?
Hathawin is a part of me, and I a part of them. We are the same, yet different.
Well, you should know that Hathawin is loved very, very much. And although at times can be sketchy, is very well taken care of.
That
He
brings me
takes very good
joy.
care of her.
As Hathawin kind of looks on towards where the rest of your party members are. That makes me very happy. They do not yet fully understand their importance in this world. Feel the connection, but I'm not able to directly communicate with them.
Understandable.
Something is brewing. The only way a creature could be sentient that is a part of me is if somebody has taken an essence of my being, a branch, a twig, a sapling. Who that could be, I don't know. There's not a lot of people who have access to this part of the Fae. But if they have a defender, one as passionate and stout of heart as that dark one, I believe they are in good hands.
For him to make such a decision as he did just now, neither hell nor high water could have a chance.
And you, I sense a taste of the moon goddess in you.
Yeah, yes.
The champion of Saloon?
And a bastard child of Cirrus. And she pulls the mask over to the side of her head. If you can imagine it.
She just kind of smiles and her bark-like face kind of warms up. So they had a happy ending after all.
I think so.
And this, as she kind of points over to your hardy, sort of darkened gray steel mace that was gifted to you from Saloon herself, with the 4 crescent moons attached on either side. A mighty gift. May I?
Absolutely. She hands it over.
She picks it up. This is a very powerful weapon. One that deserves the love and respect of a kind-hearted champion like yourself. But for your help. She kind of takes it by the handle, kind of takes a few steps forward to where that opening is, and just holds it up. And you see the radiance of the light kind of change from an orange hue to a much lighter, whiter hue, kind of gray and silver in tone. And you see the dark, almost dust-like metal that looks old and hardened, battle-worn, start to vibrate, almost like it's being bathed and cleaned by touching the sunlight as it becomes brand new. The silver becomes shining and crystal-like, and the moon-like crescents start to glow with this sort of light yellowish hue, separating it from the silvery essence. And you hear this low, like, this small hum and vibrance coming off of it. And a subtle glitter beaming off of the crescent moons and in the metal itself. Hands it back to you.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Bit of a moon kiss, you might say. Your scepter, Mace of Saloon, has now unlocked a Fey-touched ability.
Oh!
Ooh.
You, holding this mace, while it is on your person and you are attuned, you have 2 uses of the Rage ability. Instead of Strength, it is Wisdom.
Ooh.
That is very fun and also very cool, Kevin. Thank you.
So you have 2, it works similar to Rage in that you have 2 uses of it before a long rest. When you enact it, you get that +2 to your Wisdom saving throws, and you get a +2 to your, instead of your Strength, to your spellcasting abilities.
Nice.
That's crazy town. I'm so excited. She does like a tiny dance as she gets it.
The moon
and
dance.
She at the moon dance, and then she like realizes that she's being an absolute child, and then puts it back and bows very deeply. Thank you. This is a most precious gift.
Very welcome. Let's see the rest of your friends. As she starts to walk through the water, as you slosh through the ripples, sort of waving off of the light above. And as they start to enter out the cave, it is here, my friends, that we're going to take a quick break. So,
I know. Oh,
we're going to take a quick, just like 5-10 minute break just to stretch the legs, grab, refill the drinks, and we will continue on with the adventure, everyone. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Enjoy the clip reel.
Woo! Woo!
And we are back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking around while we stretched the legs, refilled the drinks, and made dumb penis jokes behind the cameras. Okay.
What?
What?
Wait,
It happened. It did happen.
Excuse me?
That was just me in my head. Never mind. I came here to do two things.
No,
Kevin.
It's something
Kevin,
about
no.
hard candies, isn't it?
Kevin, I just want to remind you, once you say that on stream, it's on the internet forever.
Well, and I will be the one to clip
What's
it.
wrong with that?
Hey, he's already described.
If you're
something
only going for
remarkable.
one
what?
side of the team, you're 50% out, my friend.
That is true.
You're missing a whole piece of that pie.
Should be 100% fun all the time.
Anyways.
So anyways,
Anyways, we were playing D&D, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then I started blasting.
And then I started blasting.
In more ways than one. Anyway.
Kevin, no.
I broke them. I've broke them. So, after vanquishing Oswick to Tarek's demi-plane, you gathered yourselves, and Rhaenyra went back to check up on this representation of the Tree of Infinity, and thus they gifted Rhaenyra with a slight saloon boon. The moon kissed the mace that was gifted them from Saloon themselves, allowing Rhaenyra to now use the Rage ability, usually reserved for barbarians, but now is a slight cleric twist, in that it adds to their wisdom saving throws and spell casting modifier. With that, the bark-like entity started to walk outside of the cave, guarded ferociously by our little mushroom guardian boy, Zarbok, as the three of you enter to the outside of the cave. And the rest of you see them walking towards you.
So Tarek is still staring at the spot where he dispelled the demi-plane. Just staring there for like a solid minute, just heavy breathing, just iron clutch on the hammer.
I think
And finally looks up, looks over to Strange. We'll just walk over and we'll just very quietly, very calmly say, Strange, did it infect you again?
No,
Are you
it did
sure?
not. I'm very sure, Tarek.
Just had to make sure. I saw it latch itself onto you. Well, I don't know how much it takes. Could be so much as a drop. But if you're sure, then I trust your judgment.
I'm sure because I know how much it takes. Because it took a part of me with it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. That wasn't what I was supposed to be. I don't want to be filled with anger, hate, resentment, rage. It was with these emotions that drove people that I cared about to hurt other people and the world around them. So I'm breaking the cycle.
It's good.
I mean, I'm still gonna like stab people, but within reason. Of course.
I would hope so.
Yes, I wouldn't be a Frostbreaker without that sense of a moral compass.
What's that? You know what? Never mind.
Pharaoh does not look.
Still, I'm glad you're all right. I know that must have been a lot, but it's gone now. That demi-plane I created can't escape from there unless it has the ability to plane shift. It's stuck there permanently.
Wait! Don't say that! Now you gotta... They get some water from the ground, splash it over their shoulder. Okay. All right. Let's hope not.
I hope not, but that is the only way. So.
Okay. Well...
But I fear that might not be the last of it. That thing killed Thor. At least that's what Farrell told me. From the dream she had. But something tells me that wasn't it. I mean, Thor couldn't have been killed by that. It was a tough fight, but there's no way.
Well...
Thor's a god.
Yeah. Well, if it comes down to it, we'll just do what we do best. Hit it till it dies.
Yeah. That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check in with Fiend and Ramira. I'll just kind of pat him on the shoulder.
I do too. Hold on. Strange picks themselves up. I'll go with you.
All right.
All right. So you make your way towards Fiend or inside the chamber with Ramira and the Tree of Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
Which way are you going? Fiend or the tree?
Are they not together right now?
So you're doing this while they're in the chamber. While they're in the chamber, Fiend is by themselves currently.
Tree's got a restraining order.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're allowed outside. Ramira went inside to check up on them.
Okay. Yeah. Tarek will kind of just look between the two of them, see that Fiend's clearly taking some time for himself. Respect that. They're off in the direction towards Ramira and the Tree of Infinity. Kind of, if Strange is kind of walking with them, kind of almost like urging them to go in that direction as well.
Strange is walking towards Ramira.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I'll head over with you.
Tarek and Strange walking over to Ramira. As you're walking that way, what are Fiend and Feral doing currently? Fiend?
I don't like, have you ever like walked in an area and felt like I'm gonna die? That is the aura that Fiend is giving off right now, just in the sense of I don't even like, he doesn't know what he's doing right now. He is not Fiend. Why would he answer Sir Strange okay? Like,
very off.
Yeah, just very off. Like, not even Fiend. Just like, if somebody walks up to him, he might even sound different.
Is Fiend having anxiety?
This is different. This is like
that feeling when you bet it all on black and it just goes to red and you're like, my life savings, my kids' tuition,
college, my kids get
that shock of loss.
Is this what Ilya feels like?
Right. Yeah. That, and on top of that, just different identity disorder. Like, he has decided that he is not himself right now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he is somebody completely different. Maybe he has relinquished control. Who knows?
Okay. Feral?
Let's see. Where is Feral currently? She's still outside. Just outside the cave. Just outside. Where's Fiend currently?
Fiend was, I guess you never went outside, did you, Fiend?
So did you leave?
I didn't, but I'm having a wonderful time realizing that these frames make cat ears.
They do. I saw your little shift. Is that what you're doing? Okay, cool.
It's like let me measure that out right.
So Fiend has been inside the cavern, but kind of hidden away in the shadows, away from the gleaming, radiant, cylindrical light that's formed onto the sort of bonsai tree-esque image inside.
Farrell's going to keep distance at least 30 feet from Fiend. Is not going to address you as Fiend.
Smart.
I think in a way she recognizes something very familiar about this. She sees a very different Farrell from Lilith to Farrell and recognizes that disassociation, that disconnect of who you are, and does not address you by your name. It kind of stands at 30 feet and just goes, if you need me, I'm here. If you don't, that's okay. You don't have to answer me. You don't have to say okay. Just know you're not alone. She'll give you like a second to respond. If you don't, she'll leave.
That's much appreciated.
That voice. She's like, new look on you.
Maybe.
How do I address you?
Who knows? It's all just different now.
Okay. Don't hurt yourself.
Don't worry, Daddy's got it.
Okay. With that, I think knowing, okay, that's enough. They know I'm here for them if they need me. She'll take a step back and kind of quietly walk away. Headed in the direction of Ramirez, seeing, oh, this wood person's arm is still not great. I'm going to go help with that.
Okay, so you go over and cast healing, mending.
Druidcraft.
Druidcraft.
Yeah. If she'll let me. I'll kind of approach. Right. Do you want some help with that?
I don't really know what I'm doing. I thought maybe
more gardening than
yeah.
Right.
I thought maybe you would be better at this. She's like side eyeing that Strange coming over with Tarek, and she's like trying to avoid eye contact with them as she's looking at Farrell.
Okay. Yeah. Is that okay?
Lifts up their gnarled bark-like arm.
Just
with the hand is not formed yet.
All right. And we'll just kind of start at the base, like at her elbow, and kind of come down slowly to have everything connect and be the same color. And we'll slowly start shaping and forming her hands back to the way it needs to be. Okay. I'm just gonna work on this for a bit. I don't want it to be cracked or broken or weak. That way it doesn't do this again. I'll just work on that for a while. And then I'm gonna kind of like glance to Ramira, and Fiend's rough. Just
I don't know what to do. On one hand, I don't want to leave him by himself, and then on the other hand, I don't want to go bother him, and then
I know as she's like doing this on this creature, I know that you're a changeling. I know you change face. I don't know how often you've changed personalities to this extent.
And she has a flashback to when she literally just built a tiefling persona like 2 days ago, and is like,
But full personality change. Imagine in one moment, give yourself just one moment, where suddenly you're a different person entirely. And you don't know who that other person is anymore, and you just stick with it.
Yeah, I do. I understand. I spent lots of my life as different people.
I think he needs to figure out who he wants to be after this. And the best we can do is be here.
And I will be.
I know you will.
I'm not gonna leave him. He's my best friend. And I hope he still... And she just stops talking after that.
Hey, whoever he is, you'll mean something to him.
And she just...
I'm not the
doesn't
most
talk.
optimistic person in the world, and I still believe it.
Someone has to.
I guess it'll be me now.
Tag.
I'm it. I'll just kind of slowly finish off the hand and then step back. There you go. Good as new.
Kind of move the arm around a bit. Now it's fashioned out of this old, sort of decomposed bark-like arm with no real hand to speak of. Sort of becomes like this finished, polished, arbutus hard wood that's kind of gleaming and shining and stout and true. As you see them kind of manipulate their hand back and forth, joint-like, and it looks like it's all healed up from the way it was before, as little sprouts kind of spraying out between the pieces of wood, and leaves kind of start to sprout underneath it, as you see the hand kind of sort of change a bit from appendages to like a sharp sort of spike-like material back to normal appendages. Thank you, my dear.
My pleasure.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
You are a student of nature, aren't you?
You could say that.
I can smell the waft of sea and brine, but also dirt, mulch, brimstone.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
How is it that you became connected to nature, to the environments as thusly?
My parents, they instilled a love in me. They're an herbalist and an alchemist.
So it was made for you?
Yeah, in a way. In a way.
Fascinating. Where does this source of power come from?
I don't know. I don't think about it. Nobody other than me. I'm sure that's incorrect, but I choose not to pursue that.
Well, might I, as a thank you, instill you with something that might make that connection deeper? She looks down at Zarbak. Little, like hemp bag. Almost looks like a dice bag, like a hemp rough-like material with a string at the top. Lifting it up.
Thank you. And she'll kind of reach down.
The next time you're needing the help, the very thing you worship, plant these into the ground. They may be of use to you. And even if you're not sure where your naturalistic abilities spring from, the next time you're in need of a little bit of guidance, call forth to me. And maybe together we can strengthen that bond and answer those questions together.
I want to open it. I at least want to see what they look like.
You open the bag,
Okay.
and there is seeds inside. About 5 altogether.
Okay.
The seeds themselves kind of look like sunflower seeds, except the shell is like a really dark rouge red with faint little spots, white and off-white.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Are these something that will grow anywhere or just the Feywild?
As long as there are dirt soiled in the ground, the Feywild is connected to it.
Thank you.
And at this point, Tarek and Sir Strange approach.
Walking in slow-mo.
Come on, guys, don't look at explosions.
Tarek will kind of just make his way over as this conversation is happening. Doesn't interrupt, just kind of watches quietly. I'm glad we were able to dispel that creature. I'm sorry about what happened to you with him. Not mentioning the name of the godly being that was here previously. Not wanting to say his name.
You're saying this to the tree?
Yeah, the Tree of Infinity. Sorry, my lady, how should I address you? It kind of takes a polite, bow, respectful bow.
You may call me the Monarch.
The Monarch, of course. I am Tarek.
Tarek. Sir Strange.
As they're talking, Strange is going to take a couple steps forward in the direction of Rhaenyra. Reach over to their pauldron where they had tied the knot. They unstring the knot and hold it out in their palm and clench it. Rhaenyra, you and I need to have a talk.
And she just kind of is sitting there quietly because she was on her knees, like helping the lady at first. And she just silently nods and stands up and turns around. All right.
I'm going to just walk over farther away from the group.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just nod and I'll move forward.
Farrell's seen this too many times before.
And I follow them.
Tarek will just give Farrell just a knowing look of, I see.
Farrell gives him a thumbs up.
He does not give you a thumbs up back. He just
Farrell
gives you a knowing look.
She's been in this situation too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Two of you begin to walk away to have your conversation. Tarek asking the tree what their name is, revealing it to be the Monarch. Looks down at Mulnir.
Recognize this weapon.
I was there when that hammer was coronated. I was there when it was enveloped into the armory in service of Asgard. May I?
Tarek has a moment where he's about to kind of be like, I don't know how that would work, but he just trusts them and just holds it out. Very curious, as no one else apart from Thor, he knows has ever been able to wield it. So he just holds it out.
As you kind of hold it out by the base, the wooden handle underneath wrapped in brown leather. It was anointed by the very wood of this tree, my friend. You can say that the source of all Asgardian magic, the world tree that you might have heard of, is me. And as the monarch pulls out the hand. You see an extension of her hands and arms kind of turn into this solid root form as it connects to the bottom of the handle of Molnir and goes into her hand as the handle becomes flesh apart from her wood, and she starts to wield it. As the runes inside sort of gleam off of the moonlight that that they conjured for Saloon's mace. And she starts to look, and they look puzzled. Something is amiss.
Oh?
To wield such a weapon, you must be very well trusted, as the last owner of this was self-proclaimed god of thunder, I believe, champion of the realm.
Thor. Yes.
Dead.
Dead.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What
Dead.
do you mean, dead?
He's no longer with us, yes. We attended his funeral mere hours before we were transported here.
Ugh.
Sad indeed. I still remember when that baby boy was christened in these very waters. Is that why they put a muzzle on it?
I'm sorry.
A muzzle on what?
Saying its power is much stronger than it appears to be.
Did you
There
know
are only
that?
a slight few
I
who are
didn't.
able to wield and control the magic. And the might of Molnir, forged from the heart of a dying star.
Hmm.
Someone does not trust you, friend.
Farrell's
Just
gonna
expected as
gently
much.
reach over and like just
Doesn't. Do you try and touch him?
just like just like a finger like
Wait, do you try and make contact with him?
No, she's just like
Okay.
mm.
He doesn't look angry. He just takes a sigh. I suspected as much. A lot has become, well, many things have become a lot clearer to me in the past couple of weeks. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
Well, if anyone has been proven to be unworthy these past cycles, sending mechanical aberrations to desecrate my sacred lands. And you see her get a little bit testy as the light above that cylindrical opening kind of like glooms over a little bit, and the ever-changing fluorescent light in the tree kind of pulsing like a heartbeat
Yeah.
kind of darkens a bit.
Hmm.
If anyone is worthy of such a mighty gift, at its fullest, it is those that bravely charge into the fray, not for themselves, for the safety of others. Kneel, Tarek.
Tarek is a little surprised, but does so. Kind of bowing his head a little. Yeah.
As she kind of puts her hand onto the hammer, the metal part of Molnir, in one hand, still kind of affixed and attached to the handle. Sort of puts the head down as you see the effervescent light of the tree suddenly start to light a very fine light blue. And you slowly hear this rumbling thunder overhead. And in a vein-like essence, the blue light trickles down the tree, and roots and veins of effervescent neon blue start to worm their way towards the monarch and envelop underneath their legs, up their bark-like skin into the arms. And Mjolnir starts to pulse. And the Viking-like ruins, the Asgardian words, start to burn and etch into the side. Whosoever holds this hammer, should they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. And as they hold it, their eyes open up with this light neon blue essence, and you see lightning coming out of their eyes, and you start to see this faint cross chain, heavy chain link start to appear over that inscription. May the bonds that hold the power within be broken. The chains smash into glitter and phosphorescent light as the hammer now holds this light blue hue, and the runes start to spark as their hand kind of half morphed into the handle takes their hand away as it becomes a handle opposite of their being. Arise, Tarek. No longer champion of Asgard or of the realms, but champion of the world tree. Warrior of Yggdrasil.
Tarek does so. It's very slowly standing, head still bowed. He will stand. And is the hammer being kind of offered out to him?
Mm-hmm.
He will very gingerly reach out and wrap a hand around the handle and gently lift.
As you lift the hammer, it seems lighter than before. The heaviness that it had, it's still able to swing and is very well balanced, but you're throwing it around and it's just like a knife instead of a sledgehammer. And that glow hum still ringing through it as you connect to it and touch it. That lightning, that stinging sort of sensation envelops your whole body. Your eyes glow white as it dissipates. No longer will your fate be owned by kings and monarchs and queens. Your power is your own. Your hammer is now a +10 to hit and has 2d10 damage, and you are resistant to thunder and lightning.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
So you get the +3 to it, so it makes a +10 total.
+3 total of 10. Okay. Cool. And it so it changes to a D10, was it?
So instead of 1d12, it's 2d10.
Oh, okay. It was okay. Cool. Cool. That's oh boy. Ooh. Alrighty. Well then.
From this, we pan over to Sir Strange and Rhaenyra.
Can I say something in response just before we go to that? I'll just take a moment just looking at the hammer. First question, looking it over, is the inscription still on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the inscription of the shall you be worthy to possess the power of Thor, that's still on it. Okay. We'll just kind of look it over, just stunned. We'll just look up to the monarch and say, thank you for freeing me. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
All right. Panning over to Strange Ramira as they walk off to have their conversation. Are you two still in the cavern, or have you walked outside?
Wherever they go.
I think within the cavern still.
Okay.
At some point, Strange is going to stop and lean against the wall.
Are you hurt? Do you need anything?
You know, I wanted to respect the boundaries and leave space between us so that you could tell me if anything is wrong. I didn't want to force anything. I didn't want to get in the way of that space. So I apologize when I say I can't do that right now because it's hurting me now. Look, I know you didn't mean for what happened to happen. I know, because if that kiss meant anything, you love me and you don't want to hurt me. But it hurt. And I just need to ask. What is it that you want?
Strange. I didn't. I'm sorry. You're right, I didn't mean to, and I know that doesn't make the pain go away. But I just didn't realize everything together, and I don't want to make excuses. I don't know. I am working so hard to keep everybody alive all the time. And I want to do that. I want to do what everyone wants me to do.
No, wait. What everyone wants you to do. What do you want to do? Ramira, don't worry about me. My love for you, and I will say it again, is not fragile. This changes nothing. My feelings for you are the same and will remain the same.
Strange, I want to wear a dress that I'm not worried about getting blood on. I want to sleep in a home and I know that I will wake up safe the next day. Strange, I want to know that when somebody needs something from me and the one time that I cannot give it to them, that they won't leave. Everybody wants something from me. And once I would like to know that if I can't come through with it, that they will stick around. My parents, they gave me something to do as they were leaving me. Fiend wants something from me. The Frostbreakers need something from me. And I'm waiting for the time that you will want something from me and I won't be able to give it to you. And then where will you go? I want to know that. I want to know that someone will stick around when I'm not enough.
Your value is not determined by the things you do. By just existing? That's fine. I have no expectation. It's okay to have limits. Limits are what make you who you are, what make me who I am. And honestly, Ramira, with those limits and who you are, I love who you are. I'm not going anywhere. You think this, what happened right now, is going to change how I feel. No. I don't want anything from you. Well, that's a lie. I just want you to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. And I wish I could say, I want to hope that, I wake up and all that stuff. I don't know what that is like. Because every time I was close to that, I forced myself to forget. I don't want to forget anymore. I don't want to run away from pain anymore. Because pain is just a way of life. And life led me to you. I just want you to do things for yourself. Don't worry about how I feel. Because at the end of the day, all of this came to I just want you to talk to me. That's all.
I will stop testing you. It's hard when your best friend is literally trying to kill you, and then we almost die in this horrific fight, and all these other complex things that I fucking holding on to. I'll stop doing that. And I guess I have to trust you to tell me when it's enough, when you've had enough. But what's difficult is I'm just waiting for the rest of everybody to give up on me. Because the moment I stop doing things for them, I don't know if they'll stay.
Look, I can't speak for everyone else. But I'm not going anywhere. And
I'll just have to take you at your word.
yeah, I'm not mad at you. I'm hurt. But from my understanding, that's just how this works. But I know you didn't mean to.
I really didn't, and I would never purposefully hurt you or anyone in this group. And you're going through so much right now, and the last thing I want to be is a burden on you. And I know, I will start talking to you because that will make things easier, but I'm here to support you just as much as you're here to support me. Nothing about what you've gone through is easy.
I know. I've always known. That's why I'm not angry or any like that. I know. Look, even just the hello is fine. Maybe a kiss if that's asking for too much. I just want you to know that I'm here. And I know that you're there too.
She leans into them close until they're just nearly nose to nose. And she goes, "Hi." And then she leans in to kiss them.
Strange, kisses them back, and pulls away for a moment. I also need to tell you something. I'm going to take a piece of paper and write it down quickly, and I'm going to hand it to Ramira.
A receipt for me? You shouldn't have.
Open it.
And I do?
Fiend has a symbiote just like I did.
You fucking shit.
She reads it and her face goes to make an expression and changes right back to normal. And she gently rips it up and scatters the pieces, like rips it up tiny. And like impossible to mend. She disperses it. She keeps half in her pocket. Okay.
I'm hiding nothing from you. Because hiding things gets people hurt. I've done that most of my life.
I have too. God, that's something. Okay. I can't promise that I'll be perfect, but no more secrets.
No more secrets.
God, he's gonna kill us.
Nah.
Does Fiend? We're all still within the cave.
Oh, we're far away.
I move far.
We are very far away. Oh,
Kevin, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went like outside or something.
You can. So they're being sort of having this conversation themselves, trying to keep it hush hush. If you want to try to listen in on them, we could do a contested roll since they are.
Even though we moved out of earshot.
Yeah, they did purposely.
We purposely didn't want people to hear us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of asked, like, were you going outside or inside a
I didn't know how long this cavern was.
ominous cave that kind of
We
echoes?
didn't
That's
want
fine.
people to hear our...
Captain America Civil War.
No, oh, you guys.
This is how Frostbaker's Civil War happened. I'm telling you.
Here's how about this? You've gone over to a space. You're keeping it hush. You're trying to obviously keep this a private conversation. John.
Yeah.
Mr. Fiend, or maybe someone else entirely at this point. What is Fiend doing during all of this?
Fiend, I'll say, because I guess there's plural at this point, is darting around. Their eyes are darting around left and right. You know, up. Ramira got a new mace. Okay, cool. We're having conversations with Farrell. Farrell seems to be being blessed by this tree. All of a sudden now, Mjolnir is more powerful. Two of his friends, the one that he disintegrated for this very reason, is beginning to walk off with their best friend, and it's just like all coming together as Fiend is just standing there, kind of floating almost on their tippy toes, hands behind their back, trying to take in all of the information, trying to determine who they're going to be together.
And that scar underneath your armor, with now that it has, the front of your chest plate has pretty much solidified in this wax melted like fashion, severely damaged from the hold that Oswick had on you. But the minute Oswick disappeared, that scar no longer burns, no longer singes. But you look down and kind of pulled apart the breastplate, and instead of a black scar with sort of red threading around it, it is a healed red scar.
Well, it's kind of hot. Oh my god.
Interesting.
And as you sit there, or stand there, taking all this in, what is Fiend feeling this moment?
Weak. Like everything, all power went from godhood, was right in Fiend's grasp, right there. He had his hands around it. And that didn't just disappear, it felt like it took everything he already had with him. So now it feels like he's a villager.
As these feelings wash over you, that feeling of helplessness that for the first time in a long time, you've felt weak with all that power, and for what? To be able to have studied as long as you have, to learn all these tricks, to manipulate the very essence of the shadows themselves. For what? And you see the monarch talk to your friends one by one. You see boons being given out, gifts handed, empowered. You don't feel so down, my man. Why so blue?
I've been beaten at my own game.
And this voice emanates in your head as you talk back to it. Beaten at your own game?
I had plans, you see. They're all gone now. I've hurt people and done things that there's no reason for anymore. It was all for nothing.
Well, that's simply because you were alone. You were one single person doing all of this by yourself.
Have you ever had to carry all of that weight?
I was just born yesterday, so I don't really know these experiences quite yet.
You weren't carrying all of Oswic's failures?
Perhaps.
You're not the purification, the lack thereof, the Omega to the Alpha?
I don't know what I am.
We'll
But-
find out.
Perhaps we can find out together. And maybe you won't have to face these things alone anymore.
Tarek always had Farrell. Farrell always had her bards. I had Ramiro once. Strange needs her now. I'm not sure what us.
They are useful in their own way.
We are
What?
useful.
Yes. They are like tools. Used to get the job done, used to achieve objects? Ascension?
Wait. Ramira sacrificed her life for us.
Have they?
Right, yes. They died. For us.
And what was the price of their sacrifice?
Well, it's a strange gain power.
Yes. What else? Think. Long and hard.
Help me. Remind me.
That sacrifice saved you. Gave others the ascension they needed to be their better selves.
Right. That's a positive thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And what about you?
What about me?
Where's your ascension?
Fiend looks around. Begins to absorb Mjolnir's ascension. The conclusion.
Sacrifices. People who give their lives for the greater good. Get to move on. Become better versions of themselves.
Like Mullet.
Yes. Yes.
You might be right. I've been not myself lately. I mean, to think I even let Loki beat me. And I knew exactly what I was doing when I released him. But maybe I didn't. Well, I knew what I was doing, didn't I?
When those who give up their lives get to come back and ascend to a higher plane, that tells us something. It tells us that they are worthy of certain privileges.
Like gods.
Yes, they walk down certain paths. But it seems, even with all those sacrifices, you are here, alone, in the shadows.
The shadows are me. I am the shadows.
Quite right. And it gets very lonely there, doesn't it? But not anymore.
I do have you.
And what am I?
You are but another hound. Personification of power.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no!
A 4?
It is a 4.
Oh no.
Charisma saving throw.
At the...
I have a plus 11.
Okay.
That is a 15.
At the mention of referring to this thing as a hound, you feel your arm start to raise up and you can't stop it. You see between your armor and your clothing red veins starting to sprout up from down your shoulder. Tiny little giggles emanate out of you. The shadows around you start to manipulate into a velociraptor as its head goes down and starts to sneak its way towards where Sir Strange and Ramira are. Huh? Then the shadow dissipates. Refer to me as a hound again, and I'll make sure you are permanently alone for the rest of your natural life. We're better than that, yes?
Loyalty and power.
I am merely a reflection of you, my friend. You wouldn't want to be called a hound, would you?
I've been an attack dog my whole life.
Time to become the master.
Oh God.
And as that happens, Ramira.
I want to conclude my conversation with Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know that things are not gonna just smooth over and go over, but I can't leave him by himself for so long. I'm all he has. I mean, I know, that came out wrong. I know that he has the Frostbreakers, but...
Look, I understand. You don't need to explain yourself to me with that. Your family, basically.
Yeah.
Also, I should also mention, I don't know if it'll still be a valid thing anymore, but just in the slightest case, if Oswick is still lingering around, Farrell will kill me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're just making death pacts, are we? Just casual?
Now that I think about it, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, Oswick's not here anymore, but...
Well, that's not very comforting considering the fiend almost... Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna take this in stride. And she will gently pick up Strange's hand, kiss the top of their hand, and then turn. I'm just gonna...
As you start to turn, you hear just the slightest whisper of a giggle, and as you look over, the shadows kind of halfway dissipated near you.
And she associates shadows with fiend, so she watches the shadow and traces it back up to him.
He's not even looking. It seems like he's focused on something else.
And now she has information about such dealings. And she, at first, you can see she fights a sad frown, and then she puts on a face again, and she gently walks over to Fiend. Hello. Are you busy?
No.
Yes.
A bit.
This is in your mind, Fiend.
He said no. Yes, a bit.
Okay.
Eh?
I don't want to push anything. I know you made a really hard decision today, and I know how horrible that must have made you feel, and I can't fix that, but I will do whatever it takes to help you free your father and kill Reynard, which we're that much closer to, might I add. And she's gonna gently try to reach out for their hand just to see if they can gently do that. And she's not gonna make you, but she waits to see if you reciprocate.
If you look at Fiend's hands, they're covered in dry blood, which is just from clenching. And he's playing
Fiend,
now.
Your hand forcefully reaches out. You don't, no giggling. This is straight, just you yourself, your hands being outstretched.
And she takes it and she casts Cure Wounds as she grasps it. And she heals his hands. So when she holds on to it, she holds his hands and closes the wounds as she holds on to it. So it's a gradual process.
It tickles.
In my head, why would you do that?
Listen, I get it if you're upset with me, but I just want you to know I'm always gonna be here, and I don't always do the best job being your friend, and I've said a lot of hurtful things to you and accused you of doing things, and that's my fault. And she hasn't let go of his hands as she's like pumping more healing into his hands.
As you're holding Fiend's hands and saying this, he's hearing you, but there is this motion in his head that kind of is looking at you like this,
Like turning.
like a young pup looking at something new for the first time.
Are you alright? You don't seem like yourself.
We're good.
I'm fine, dearie.
And you can see her stop when you say dearie. You don't talk like that to me. You talk like that to people that you're going to hurt.
I never hurt you.
Everybody hurts everybody. Fiend, you are my best friend.
Sweet.
We'll see.
No
And
worry.
you can tell me anything, and we'll figure it out together.
I like her.
I do too. She's great.
Who are you talking to?
Myself. Myself.
Also, you get 20 points of healing from the cure wounds. If you need it. If you don't, that's fine. It's for flavor.
I am 2 points now away from full health.
Fiend, you didn't leave me when I was cursed by Mammon. You didn't leave me when I had no one else. You gave me a job and a home, and you protected me, and you still do. And I can do that for you. But you do have to tell me the truth. And I know you don't lie. I know that. But you weaponize it. You weaponize truth. You hide behind the truth. You tell me exactly what you want me to know. And that's okay for a time. But if you're in danger, if you're feeling lonely, you don't have to be. I'm here for you.
Kevin. Can I roll for a moment of clarity? Or do I just not?
Make another charisma saving throw.
There you go.
DC will be higher.
As a side note, I was going to pump a greater restoration into this bad boy. And I would like to
Charisma?
do that.
Sorry, Saf. Yeah.
Charisma.
What is it?
17.
17 plus 11.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm going to flavor text pump a greater restoration via my necklace as I say that, just as like an underhand of like, are you good? Are we all good here?
What did you say exactly?
She said that you don't have to do this alone, and that you've always protected her. Now she can protect you. You just have to tell her, because instead of hiding behind the truth that you want her to see.
Kevin?
You have gained your moment of clarity. The cloud that has covered your brain for a second dissipates with your pure will of strength to get back into the driver's seat alone.
You're still holding Fiend's hand?
Both of them.
You feel pain as Fiend just like almost all of Fiend's strength, which is a -1. Just
What? I don't.
You are in danger.
What is going on? Just tell me what's going on.
The same thing, but worse. I'm far less of a man than strange.
That's not true.
Run far
No,
and fast.
I'm not leaving you.
This thing is not good.
But you are.
I try to be for you.
No,
Not
you
even just for
are.
you, but for everyone. I lost everything. I've made terrible mistakes. I was wrong when I freed Loki. I thought I could outsmart him. He outsmarted me. And even in this battle against Oswick, I felt it. I'm not strong enough right now.
That's why I'm here. That's why everyone's here, and we're gonna figure it out, and it'll be okay. And she throws her arms around his neck and hugs him.
As you hug him, the Greater Restoration
Ooh.
enacts. As you kind of hug him and pull him towards you, these giggles forcefully come out of his throat as you hold him tight. Fiend, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Using
Not
Sorry.
charisma.
Wedding.
It's not bad. It is a 16 plus 7. I forgot I'm a sorcerer. 16 plus 7 is 23.
I rolled a natural 19. As you hug him and the radiant light kind of beams out from your connection, you feel these worm-like visages underneath your skin, similar to sort of strange writhing and wreathing up on your cheek, up against the temple. She's trying to separate us. You don't want me to go, do you?
I don't know.
The con equated to exactly what you rolled.
Oh,
So it's your choice. Do you want this thing out, or do you want to keep it in? So strange.
This is an out of character thing, but I just want to say it. John, whatever decision you choose, it's going to be great for story, and I'm here for it.
I agreed.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
entirely
whatever
what
you
gotta
do.
you do.
You do
Oh,
what you
see,
gotta
we
do.
support
no.
you.
No bad feelings.
I was like, we support you in everything.
Yeah,
Come on, John. Do
you
what
do what
gotta
you need to do.
Do what you think is right for the character.
Fiend just starts thinking. He has a sword in his chest, and he sees a younger Tarek and Farrell kicking up snow and ice as they are pulling the Prince of Frost away from Fiend, and the sword comes out of his chest as he lays there, and his Aarakocra friend brings life back into his lungs. He fast forwards to being manipulated by an Oblex, and both his friends and his newly acquired best friend are there, pulling the memories back into him, the false memories out of him. Fast forwards to meeting his natural brother in arms, the Luxodon, hugging him and rustling his hair with his trunk, all the way to now. You were never there. They were there for me.
I can be there for you too.
You couldn't be there for me. You could have been there for me, but you weren't. I have power. I am strong, not you. You need me. Pray to me. I am your god. Beg me now.
Please don't do this. No.
Weakness. Get out of me. You have no place here, you thing. You beg for power? I could have had power 10 times over from every patron that's come across us, but I never once took it. And you beg me for help? Someone you claim to be able to grant power to? Get out of me, you worm. I swear I'll light myself on fire to kill you.
Please. Have mercy.
Have mercy. Is there anything else?
Am I hearing this as I'm like held in this hug against? I can't get out of it.
Up
Fiend.
to Fiend here. He's out
Fiend
loud.
just pushes you off with his foot and 8th level fireballs himself.
Yo, you get kicked back and kind of fall back into the glass-like water. Everyone, their heads all turn around as you see Fiend put the hand out
No!
and this fiery essence concaves from the chest, lights up the hand, and suddenly this orange, dark, yellow, red light just flames on all around, and the entire black cavern is lit up entirely, and you see this flame just mirrored on from the glass-like water below. The shadows around as Fiend is entirely engulfed in flame, raises one hand, raises the other as he controls the shadows to start to snake around him, become thin razor points, go in through the nose, in through the mouth, in through the different parts of the eye, all enveloping like someone taking a big, deep breath of thick vape smoke into the different portions of your face, and then through the mouth, a black hand pulls out this small, black, dark, vein-redded ooze, falls onto the ground. You see the lines from the ripples in the water as it makes a beeline for the exit of the cave.
Do we all see this?
You see him on fire. You see the shadows envelop into his face and get pulled out of the red-black ooze as it falls in the water, and then through the ripples you see it run through the exit of the cave.
I'm going after it.
I was about to say, I scream, "Get that!" And then I run towards Fiend, though.
Rhaenyra, Tarek, make me dexterity checks really quick.
How far away is it at this current point? Because I can cast synaptic static from here. If it's within range.
What's the range?
Synaptic static, 120 feet.
Yep. You can definitely
Synaptic
try to
static. Make me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Oof.
Well,
Yep.
I think we learned don't take gifts from strangers.
I'm not stressed. You're stressed.
That is a 15.
Fail. That is 8d6. Psychic damage. 6. That is 26 psychic damage.
Okay, let me bring up the stats of it.
That's my best slot.
26.
26. Yeah.
With your newly formed, powerful, upgraded Mjolnir, this white streak of lightning, tried and true, swirled around a purple and pink coloration of lightning, smashes it into the water as this freeze frame of water like spreads out in a frozen state as the beam hits against the shallow bottom. Dust and vapor envelop the ground. 22 hit points. Killed instantly.
Ooh, nice. Also, I don't know if it matters still, but I rolled a 19 for my dex save.
Ooh.
You basically ran right up to it, and this beam just zapped it right out of your hands before you could get there. But you would have caught up to it.
Well,
Didn't get hit. It was like
I was running towards that. I was running towards Fiend.
Fiend. Sorry. So you would have ran like as soon as the beam started, you would have been able to run up to Fiend and like catch it.
Snap.
Cool.
But
Snap
on
static is a
fire. Are you
radius.
like hugging
Oh,
Fiend or
wait.
just getting up to them, or
Were you running up to me during Fireball?
No, as soon as like I can't do that. After the blast subsides, it's basically like I get kicked back. I watch everything happen. I'm like, get that bitch, and then as soon as it cascades down, I bolt after I can get in there safely.
Well, I empowered my own Fireball, and so I did 72 damage to myself at 8th level. But I take half damage because I am a tiefling.
but would Ramira be in the blast radius?
It is a 20-foot radius centered on me.
So with that kick, you would have been able to kick Ramira 25 feet away. So I'm gonna say Ramira has to roll a dexterity.
That's
save.
fine.
Oh, no.
I'll take it.
Farrell's on standby.
I'll take it. It fine.
I just like how
Fuck.
Ramira!
It's a
He's
16,
broken.
which doesn't. It doesn't.
You got that D4, right?
Yeah. That's a 3. On top of that, so 17, which still doesn't make it. So it's fine. Just light me up, baby.
Oh no!
Light me up.
it's like I'm glad that Ramira was able to have that.
It is.
It's so 76
This-
damage.
Yeah, this is like Yusuke. This is like
So-
Yu Yu Hakusho, like Black Flame Dragon style shit. This is
Oh
70.
my
So-
God.
I am up. It's fine because I didn't take any damage during that previous fight.
Okay.
And so for flavor, then she is just getting up and bolting towards Fiend as the fireball descends down. Then,
How about this?
okay, you tell me.
As this happens, Fiend, you just look at yourself. Ah! But there isn't an instant spherical explosion yet. You're able to contain the flames within your body as you just wreathe yourself in flame long enough for the shadows to reach into your body and excavate the ooze. The shadow is clustering this layer on you, holding the blast within long enough for this to take effect. And as you throw the ooze away, falls into the waters to worm its way, Tarek throws out the synaptic static. You're no longer able to contain the blast within, and you just let go, finally at peace. As that happens, the rest of you kind of, defend, look away. Ramira, you sit up, and you catch eye contact with Fiend as they just kind of look at you and give this nod like they're going to a better place. And you just run towards them as the blast envelops your area as well, as this spherical fireball enlarges and swallows you whole. That first wave hits you like a sack of fucking bricks, and your skin is on fire, your clothes start to become lit.
Oh no.
Oh no!
No.
Kevin!
Oh
It's
shit! I thought that was
broken.
me. I was like,
I also thought it was me.
I have a screenshot.
Hold that thought, chat.
Guys, our Kevin is broken.
Our Kevin
Oh,
is
no.
broken.
our Kevin will be back.
Our Kevin will be back.
This is the best way I've ever seen him freeze, though.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
this
he's
is-
straight
I
up
also
going
thought it was
Super
me. I
Saiyan
like
right
we
now.
all thought it was us. We're like, just don't move. It's fine. They'll fix it.
Well, it's happened to me so many times. I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I saw Ben's head turn, and it fucking wigged me out. I was like,
I know. I was like, what's happening?
Oh no, I'm so
Yay,
sorry
he's
that fucking
back.
happened.
Oh no,
Idea.
that was the moment. That was the
We're all
moment
like-
for it to happen, though. Thank God it didn't happen in the middle of you explaining what happened.
Yep.
that
Absolutely.
screenshot going in the BTR chat. It's good.
Oh yeah,
Well,
no
let
same.
me take that back, everybody. Apologize for that.
Oh, you're feral now. John's the DM.
So,
yeah.
So I'll tell you all what happens.
So tell us.
where
John.
did so first? Where did let me start again? Where did we leave off? Where did it cut off? Just so I know.
You were right about to turn Super Saiyan.
Yeah, you were like this.
It was just that blast radius, a ton of bricks hit, and then all of
Yeah,
a
a ton
sudden,
of bricks.
Okay,
what?
let's take that back. Start again.
Cheide saw you to start their video.
Oh
As that first wave of fire hits you, Ramira, like a ton of bricks, it almost takes you out. Your clothes start to become lit with flame. Your skin boils, stings, burns. Ugh. You hold your place. Take another giant step forward. This wave, this pulse of fire and pain coming off of John like a shockwave to a battery. Another step forward. You drop the saloon mace into the water. Parts of your cloak starts to
No.
You s-
Oh.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's back. It's
What
fine.
the fuck?
It's fine.
I'm
We're
trying
good,
so
we're good.
hard.
We're good. Let's go.
The saloon.
On the
mace
edge of my
strike.
seat.
That was the last thing we heard.
There's boom.
Saloon mace. I'm gonna edit all this together to be one fucking thing, I swear. You drop the mace, falls in the water. You're heavy breathing this point. Your energy within you is depleting. You don't know how much you have left. And you just see Fiend standing there, wreathed in flame, arms outstretched, head up. And he goes down. Another wave of fire. Parts of your skin start to expose themselves. 3rd-degree burns start to boil. Your face starts to change from the Ramira form that you put forward, as all of your energy needs to be focused on just getting to Fiend, as your skin color starts to change and the changeling form starts to take hold, the original visage of your being. You get just to about Fiend's feet. As you're on your hands and knees, your hair is starting to flame away, almost becoming bald, essentially. Your hair becomes thin, like, as you look up. Pull yourself up. Your hand touches his shoulder, lifting yourself up. Other hand lifts on the shoulder. As you're now standing eye to eye with Fiend, all you're hearing behind you is the roar of the flames. As you can see, just shadows and wisps and humanoid figures of your friends diving, looking, seeing if there's anyone left in there. And as you and
Tarek's running.
Fiend are face to face, what do you want to say to Fiend in this?
I got you. You don't have to be alone anymore.
And in that moment, Fiend, that euphoric state ends. Your eyes open. And you see your friend, your partner, your ride or die, there in front of you, in their most purest, raw form, not holding anything back, not hiding any secrets. It's just them and you and the chaos you share.
Fiend cups his hand here. You've always been more beautiful this way. Yourself.
And as you say that, the fireball dissipates. Fiend falls into Ramira's arms. As the rest of you look on as the fireball evaporates, the rest of you just see a crisp and burnt Ramira, the tatters of their clothes still clinging on in their truest form. As they turn around and look towards all of you.
I would like to give Fiend some healing.
And as you run toward, yeah.
Heal
I'm gonna
Ramira.
try.
More damage than I did.
I'm fine.
Well,
It's
I'm okay.
fine.
Does Fiend look like he is dying right now?
Here,
Not dead,
No.
just
Okay. Who looks
insanely
worse for that?
exhausted.
Ramira.
You would also,
Okay.
you would also, Tarek, for like context, you would see her holding him and then touch his face and healing him actively. Like
Okay.
she's
Cool.
up
Yeah.
and well, but
They're
she-
not
Yeah.
on death's door.
Okay.
Ramira
In
is
that case.
standing there,
Right. Okay.
strong,
Okay.
together,
Got
not
it.
weak,
Right.
shaken.
That's sad.
Run that back then. I will just run over and we'll just heal Ramira for 5d6 healing. Actually, I'll just do it to both of them because I have quite a lot of healing left, so I will just do 5d6 to both of them.
I was gonna say I was literally in the process of healing him as he dropped, so don't waste your shit.
Okay, I'll do 5d6 to just you then.
I love. Okay, so chat described this perfectly. X-Men 3, Logan trying to get to Dark Phoenix.
I see you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was such a perfect explanation. I love that shit. I love that moment. Just that fire.
20 points, Seth.
God.
Thank you.
And as you stand there, Ramira, clothes tattered, burnt, Fiend in your arms, as you all look on, it's here, everyone, that we gotta end the stream.
Such is life. Such is life.
Gosh, dang it.
What a great moment.
I'm so
Golly.
sorry that my internet went fucking hog wild at the end there during such an important moment. I apologize. I need to get a better streaming laptop.
No, that was so good. It was
really
it's
good.
fine. It's fine.
Cry
That
every
was such a
time.
good session. Holy shit, that was great.
That's
Oh,
gonna make a
man.
fun clip of me like trying to do this emotional moment, like, no, I'm back. Okay. So, anyways, you go in the.
No, why it was funny that we all thought it was each other.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh,
I
it's
was
me.
like,
And
I
I
just
just don't move.
as
And it
soon as I
wasn't.
realized, I was just like, oh no.
And it was funny because everyone stopped moving. They were like,
I realized we all sit very still. I was like, oh shit, it's me. And then it was like, oh, no, it's Kevin.
Yeah, I had internet troubles last week, so I was like, oh no, they better not be doing maintenance again.
Well, because mine
swear.
broke during break. That's why I was like, oh,
Mm.
it's me again. That's why I was like, oh no, wait.
it's one of those
Yeah,
like
wait,
hands
Sean
to the
and
ear.
Heather moving. Never mind.
But anyways, everyone, we thank you so very much for joining us once again in our crazy, almost 2-year plus story.
Woo.
We love you all so much. We love your continued support. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you all next Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Tune in tomorrow 5 p.m. PST for the inaugural session of Wild Beyond the Witchlight with Quincy's Tavern, Jennings Brower, Jack Nelia Chan, and Shane Wally. We're going to have a very chaotic good time.
I'm going to miss it.
But until then, everyone, stay safe. Wash those fucking hands, you dirty heathens. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.